And welcome back to Flick Fights, everybody, where 2 movies enter and 1 movie leaves. This week, in the blue corner, we have Beerfest, and in the red corner, we have Old School. It is the through line of men in their 30s trying to recapture their youth by being alcoholics.
And how it doesn't really work.
And ruining their marriages. And being terrible fathers. If you're new to the show, Nick and I pick 2 movies that have something in common, usually something minor, something just enough to make them, like, I could see why you'd match it up with that. Sometimes they're exactly the same movie. Sometimes they're both pieces of shit. This week was a little bit of a stretch, just a lot of booze and men in their 40s was...
It was midlife crisis, the movies, basically.
Right. But we take 2 movies, we give you the tale of the tape, where we tell you the vitals of each movie, and then we give you the gist of the plots and take them through 10 rounds and declare a winner. Usually we spin a wheel at the end to tell you what next week's episode is going to be, but it is Christmas, so next week's episode is going to be the Elf versus the Santa Claus.
Nice, get in the comments, let us know, Millennial versus Gen Z.
Yeah, those 2 movies are right on that line, though, where I was a kid. I don't know if I was a kid, but I was younger for both of them, so...
Yeah.
I remember watching Elf at school on a projector and just being stressed out about how much syrup he drinks. But with that, remember to like, subscribe, share the episode. Like Nick said, get in the comments. We have a TikTok and an Instagram you can follow for clips, and you can get in the comments there and let us know future episodes you might want to see as well. But with that, let's get into the tale of the tape. I'll be doing the blue corner this week for Beerfest. So, Beerfest was released in 2006 with a budget of $17.5 million. Domestically, it made $20.4 million. Didn't have an international release at all, apparently, because its worldwide total is also $20.4 million. Runtime of 111 minutes. I was a little surprised at how long that movie was, but... IMDb gave it a 6.2, critics gave it a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience gave it a 75, which is hilarious. The audience spoke up here. Its starring cast is Jay Chandrasekhar, Kevin Heffernan, Steve Lemmy, Paul Soder, all the people from Broken Lizard. Obviously, other notable films would be Super Troopers, Club Dread. I didn't know they did the Dukes of Hazzard. That one surprised me.
Yeah, annoying.
Which is weird, because I don't think a single one of them is in it.
Yeah. Must have been like something produced or something.
Yeah, I think did that come out before Super Troopers? Maybe it was their first thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
But why don't you go ahead with our red corner?
Yeah, red corner, we have Old School 2003, budget of $24 million, domestic of $75.5 million, worldwide $87.1 million. Runtime of 90 minutes, IMDb of 7.1, Rotten Tomato score of 60%, and a Rotten Tomato audience of 86. And it's Todd Pritchard, I think, right?
Todd Phillips.
Phillips. Got that completely.
Todd Phillips, whose name should live forever in infamy for Joker and Joker Folie à Deux.
Still, I refuse to see Folie à Deux. I'm just going to...
You should
The first movie was good. Yeah, first movie was good. Nothing happened after that. And then we just go straight into, like, The Dark Knight Returns. That's my headcanon. Just
super weird that guy is responsible for this, Road Trip, The Hangover, War Dogs, and then Joker. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. I don't understand how you get there.
There's no Warren Bossing say.
You watch any of those movies, you're like, this guy can figure out the joke.
Yeah, we got top movies for, top actors for Old School. We have Will Ferrell, Luke Wilson, Vince Vaughn, and Jeremy Piven. Todd Phillips. Other notable movies are Road Trip, The Hangover, Joker, like we said, and War Dogs. So pretty good until recently.
Yeah, it's weird, man. He's also puts himself in this movie, and he looks exactly how I would imagine him to look for all the things he's done to us. But I gotta say, this is one of those instances where we've picked 2 cult classics. I didn't realize that these were, IMDb did a little better, but the critics on Rotten Tomato, 41% and 60% respectively, and the audience was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Always beautiful when that happens.
Super crass, but they're fun.
Yeah.
Critics just like, oh no, 60%. No.
Well, especially for Beerfest, I can imagine. But I don't think Broken Lizard has a single movie that the critics have scored above 50.
Maybe Super Troopers. I don't know what that is, but
I think that one was pretty low, too. Let me look real quick, actually. Yeah, they got a 37% from the critics
Yikes!
and a
That's
90
bullshit.
from the
Superdrinkers is
audience.
fucking wonderful. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
fuck them
Fuck Rotten
critics.
Tomatoes. That's why I love this when the audience actually goes on there and was like, we need to pump up those numbers. 86% is a little high for old school, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd say it's like it's a B minus. It ain't a B plus.
Right. Also, I love a Jeremy Piven cameo. I gotta say that. I love me some Jeremy Piven. He's not in enough comedy movies anymore. This and what is it? The Goods, Don Reddy. I love that fucking movie. And then Entourage. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the plot, starting with our blue corner, Beerfest. Like I said, I was shocked at how long this movie was, but it really drags out the preparation for the Beerfest.
Yeah, I kept like pausing, like, okay, we must be close. No, we're still. God damn, we still have to understand how Game's a whore. Like, okay,
yeah. But even with how long they drag all that out, because they just absolutely smash the beginning of this movie when they're like, "Here's what it's about. Here's the antagonist, the protagonist, and what it's about." Boom.
Oh, dude, no, the opening scene of this I fucking love. Like, it's still fucking cracks me the fuck up to this day. It's like, yeah, because we have Jan and Todd, right? Are the two main characters.
Yeah, those were the weirdest main character names I've ever seen.
I guess they're supposed to be still kind of like slightly German, but yeah, it's two main characters. We open on one of them. Jan Wolfhouse, played by Paul Soder, is in like the seedy ass basement, and he's like, you know, in the middle of some kind of game. It looks like they're playing quarters, and he's just getting like taken to the fucking cleaners. Like, all of his money is on the table.
Right.
So it's like, you know, kind of going back to like which there's another ping pong references, but going back to that, it's just like this like high stakes underground like party game, basically.
There was a couple things in here that made me think of Balls of Fury. One of them specifically says something that made me think of Balls of Fury.
It's like deep high stakes ping pong in Thailand. I'm like, we've seen that.
He was playing ping pong and ding dang in an opium den for money, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, he never got invited to the tournament, but we've seen that opium den where they played. He lost to the dragon. He lost to the dragon.
He might have been one of the male courtesans.
That's it. That's how he became a male prostitute. Headcanon confirmed. Yeah. There we go. He escaped and, you know, couldn't go back to the life, so he just did what he knew. God damn it. That's my headcanon now. I need to make like a Broken Lizard, like United Universe, just all those bullshit fucking, like how they have the Pixar ones that all
or the
together.
Marvel ones.
We need to do it for shitty Dozens comedies. Just have like somehow link them all together with like a Pepe Sylvia board. But anyways,
yeah,
he's like getting his ass kicked in quarters, and he's like, they're about to take all his money, and it's like this big intimidating guy, and there's like four other like buff ass dudes, and he's like double or nothing, or no, he says like chance, right?
Chance, yeah. Which is something I'd never heard before, but in the universe of obscure drinking game house rules, it's not surprising.
No. Yeah, it's every house you come in, you got to learn like a fucking encyclopedia of like fucking new rules. It's like handball when we were 6.
What the fuck is chance? What are you fucking talking about? House rules, bro.
Yeah, it's like going to 4th grade. It's like, okay, no Americans, no poppies. But yeah, and he's like, okay, chance, we got to fucking earn it. And he like pours out a vase because like they've been playing a big ass like Stein that he can't hit. And,
right.
Like the opening is like that big, and he's like, and just like gets it, like fucking snipes it right into there.
Goes, fuck you, like, Johnny Cash.
Yeah, he's fucking pool sharking them. They're all like, you coming to my house, my place of business, and take my money? Fuck no! And just like down on the table, his fucking brother Todd like comes, and is like, hey, the fuck are we doing down here?
He's like, I think they're ready for you out there, father. He's like, yep, right. And right about here is where I noticed they've got like fucking $4,000 on this table over quarters. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
It's like high stakes, man. Like someone gets stabbed. Yeah, then like the big guy who's like roughing it up, he's like he snaps his fingers, like one of the guys like brings him his fucking like priest collar.
Right. Yep. I don't know where those guys go after this, but he goes up, father, and he fucking chugs his beer and lets out a huge belch as soon as they walk out.
They're the altar boys.
Those big muscle guys were?
Yeah. All 4 of them like walk out in fucking robes with the fucking candlesticks and everything right afterwards. It's great. Yeah, turns out we're at the funeral for Grandpa Wolfhausen.
Grandpapa, yeah. I love the grandparent names in this movie, which I've never had in my life, so it always sounds weird.
When my English grandma was Nanny, and American grandma was just Grandma.
I know I'm in the minority. Just everybody has one, and I don't. Jess calls her grandpa Papa and Nana, and I never had none of that shit.
Well, see, you have children, so you still have a chance. Once they have children, then you just like, once you get them alone, you're like, peep-pop, 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 peep-pop. Peep-pop, there you go.
That's amazing. I'm gonna tell him to call me the Godfather.
Grandfather? No.
Yeah, the Donald Sutherland cameo in this. They get a lot of really famous people in these movies, but the
Oh,
Donald
yeah.
Sutherland one, first of all, has been burned into my brain forever because it just grosses me out. And he's just down in these beers and like the laziest belches as he's talking.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Yeah, because we got like, it's his funeral. He's got like a video will kind of a thing going
Right.
on, and he's like, giving his own eulogy basically, which is pretty baller. I'm gonna say, if you give your own eulogy, that's some foresight and badass.
Almost as baller as pulling your own fucking plug.
Yeah. So he's like to my mother, I do live me, to my grandsons, like keep the family restaurant open, take care of Bobo, which is like this little fucking like homunculus fucking ventriloquist dummy they have that gives you nightmares.
Creepy as
And
fucking
then they're like,
puppet
finally,
ever.
yeah, and it's like, finally to me, and he like fucking, yeah, and he just like just like fucking like the sloppiest
gross.
drinks of the.
That was a really good impersonation of that. But as he'll take a drink and just be like, it was like,
it's like not even burp; it's just a gas escaping. Like,
I also love that he has a hospital gown on and like the traditional like German like
the lederhosen.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. He puts on his hat and he's like, "Say goodnight, Bobo." He's like, "Goodnight, Bobo." And then just fucking yanks his own cord and instantly dies.
Which is not how pulling the plug works at all.
No, he just traumatized an entire room of like men, women, and children. Saw death in the face for the first time.
I'm assuming he was in there for some sort of liver failure and just
Yeah,
pulled whatever was keeping his liver working after chugging 3 beers. Is the only thing that would explain sudden death like that. Yeah, that puppet becomes massively important to the plot.
Yes, exactly. They head back home at his wake, and Grandma basically says, "Okay, it's the job of the two oldest sons to go scatter Grandpa's ashes in the like family resting place."
Right. Yeah, they smash right into the plot of this. Like, you have to go to Germany. I can't go. I'm too old. Take these tickets. Meet this guy, and then he'll take you to where you need to scatter the ashes. And then they're there. They're
just instantly like we cut to a plane. Like no scenes on the plane, and they're just like in the tent at Oktoberfest.
I don't believe these guys had a fucking passport.
No.
But yeah, she said, "Oh yeah." She says, "What?" They're like, "What festival?" Gam Gam, and she's like, "You guys call it Oktoberfest." That's all she says. She doesn't say, "But what it's really called is this." She just says Oktoberfest. She's really shitty at just giving them important information.
Yeah. This movie makes beer look so good. I wish I liked beer.
It made me miss drinking a lot doing these two movies, but
it's just one of those things. It's like when I was young, I'm like, God, that looks like it's gonna be so tasty and refreshing when I drink it. And I drink it for the first time, I'm like, pine tree. No.
Yeah. Sometimes you would find the right beer at the right place, and it tasted how it feels in this movie. But
I found
very
that
rarely
once in my entire life, and it was a fucking like $17 like per glass beer. I'm like, yeah, no, like, yeah, cool. It can be good. I'm not rich enough to drink the good shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I get to drink the champagne of beers and just fucking tolerate that shit.
I love this part though because it puts on display basically how little culture Americans have, pretty much. Because you see in countries like standing around singing their country's favorite drinking songs. You got like Australia, and I think Ireland and somebody else, and then they like look to Jan and Todd like, your turn now, and then they just start singing 99 bottles of beer. Like, are you fucking mocking us? We sing our beloved beer songs.
I was really trying to think, like I was racking my brain, like American drinking songs.
Same.
Like shit.
Only thing I can think of are country songs.
Yeah, like I got like closing time. Might be able to fucking like pull you out of the fire in that situation, but that's about it. We got nothing.
And then they set off a chain reaction that somehow they blame on Jan and Todd.
Yeah, it's a Rube Goldberg fucking device. It's like, I'm trying to think of exactly what happens, but they stumble backwards from something and then pull the tops down on one girl who then pulls the tops down on 2 girls who pulls the tops down on 2 other girls. That gives an old man a heart attack. He flies into the man carrying a giant barrel of cheese soup. That launches and burns a strong man who then knocks out he knocks out like it's the bung of the bunghole of a fucking like giant keg, that's what it's called, which torrents everyone, and then like our main characters like Jan and Todd slam into the central pillar, knocks down a barrel that swings over and just like taps a fucking German kid in the face.
Fucking insane. And then they all turn, the whole Oktoberfest turns to Jan and Todd. They're like, ew, and they fucking take off. The tent collapses. Right as the tent collapses, the guy that they're supposed to meet runs up and is like, come with me. and then it's nighttime, and they're in an alley.
Yeah, and they're like getting into this is another part that I think got extended in the edition. There's shit from this I don't remember.
Oh, I definitely remember this because I remember the lady being Farva when they walk inside this place.
Yep.
Takes them some door of the red triangle, goes inside, and you get a cameo from everybody from Broken Lizard, which I only remember realizing the two before. I didn't realize the Seek was, what's his name, the director.
Yeah.
But you see Farva. I will always call him Farva. I know he has a real name, but he's like dressed as a woman grinding up a foot for like meat.
In a sausage, yeah.
Yeah. And then you see the Seek and
little boy driving around in a circle doing like a German fucking Freddy song.
yeah. And what's his name? Steve Lemmy dressed as like almost like a French mime hooker.
With a strap on.
Starts trying to kiss all on his face and shit. It's only for a couple seconds. That's the only time they do that. But also, this was about the time that I realized my whole life, I thought there was another dude in Broken Lizard that they only had in this movie. And I was like, that's weird. Why isn't he in any of the other ones? And it's fucking Steve Lemmy is Fink in this movie. And I never realized that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, no, he's a chameleon, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he also did Brown Face, which we won't
Right.
talk about, but, you know.
And then I don't know what you would call dressing like a Jew, but
yeah. Matzo Face? I don't know.
Yeah, he fucking pulls it off. Really, they just change his nose and give him a yarmulke and change his hair. And
put his hairline up a little bit and give him a perm.
And then my whole life I thought it was another guy. But they walk through all that shit, and then
to a door.
Come up to the password. Yeah, the guy yodels beautifully, I might add, and
yes,
swing open the doors to the glorious Beerfest. Heavy metal music starts playing. See a whole bunch.
Yet again, in this first scene, so much more boobs than I remember.
Definitely, this was the golden age of being a teenager and finding these movies. It's just boobs in every fucking thing, dude.
And then it's ruining that part of the VHS by pause, rewind, pause, rewind.
I know you notice immediately that there's a portrait on the wall that looks exactly like them. Two portraits. They talk to the British team and they're like, is this Oktoberfest? And they're like, Oktoberfest is for tossers and sheep shaggers. And they're like, where's the American team? And they're like, ah. And they pretty much tell them at some point, like, the reason we don't have an American team is because you guys get drunk and want to kill everybody. And they're not wrong.
I think like a few minutes later, he tries to like punch him in the fucking face.
That's they're watching the German team win, doing the Das Boot challenge. They're called Wolfhausen, and they're like, Wolfhaus meet Wolfhausen. And they like kind of size each other up. And one of the guys from the Wolfhausen team starts screaming in German at the guy that brought them there. I don't think it's actual German in this movie for a lot of it because I can kind of understand what they're saying. Because he basically says, we said no Americans, no outsiders, no family. And then they drag him away and you hear 2 gunshots.
Yeah. Oh, that happens like a few times in this movie. Just where the Germans just like snap their fingers and someone gets dragged away and killed.
I love it. All the shit they talk though about Americans and guns, they kill way more people in this movie.
Oh yeah. But they do it without being angry. It's passionless.
Yeah, they have him dragged off and killed, and they like, your grandfather was not a Wolfhausen. He was a thieving bastard, Shaber boy.
Shaber boy.
Their voices.
Yeah. Your grandma was a whore. He's like, his grandma was like, what do you say the word whore? He's like, I think this is a translation. He's like, prostitute, slut.
Slut for money. And then they challenge him to a chugging competition. They're like, we'll put you against our worst 2. And then they bring out short Arnold Schwarzenegger and jacked Tucker Carlson. And that guy looks just like Tucker Carlson. It looks right now. And they get absolutely wrecked. Like, they stand absolutely no chance. And
like, they give them like a head start and they still fucking like destroy them. Like, get lettuce thrown at them. Or I guess maybe sauerkraut. It's Germany. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
A lot of cabbage. And they apparently the German team had the foresight to go and pick up the ashes that they left at the tent, which was a little weird. Yeah, it's just like, I guess, I don't know, someone was following them. But yeah, they like show up, it's like, oh, your grandfather's ashes, which they shouldn't have. It's like, it's the fucking, like, Emperor's New Groove. Like, this doesn't make any sense how this object has gotten here.
They do a lot of that stuff on purpose, though, and it's funny.
Yeah.
Also, they meet Grandpa Wolfgang von Wolfhausen, Grandpapa, who is an actor that was in a movie called Das Boot and Judge Dredd and Dune. But they throw out a couple Das Boot references in here for that guy.
Yeah,
like
I don't trust it. It's like I had a bad experience on a U-boat once.
Then they knock him the fuck out, and they wake up at home, which is, you know, for all the people they're killing haphazardly, at least they were nice enough to send them home.
Yeah. And I think as they get home, like Gam Gam, or I guess she's Great Gam Gam, because I keep getting that confused. It's like their grandfather was the one that died, but the woman is the mother of their grandfather, so it's Great Gam Gam.
They just don't have
Great Gam
parents,
Gam is the whore.
apparently.
Yeah. Even in the fucking funeral speech, he's like it's like my mother and my grandchildren. I'm like, what the fuck did your kids do? They are like out of the will, goddamn.
But they decide to get their own team together and start brainstorming people to go find it. And first place they go is a carnival to go get Landfill, who's played by Barva.
Which I realized his name is Phil, so it's Land Phil. Never got that before.
I didn't know he had a name other than Landfill, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, they say it's like it's Phil. It's like call me Landfill.
Okay.
It's literally the only time they say his actual name. I was like, oh, I've watched this movie 1,000 times. I never got that. It's a joke because Land.
So that means they had a Phil and a Gale.
Yep.
That's incredible, and they were twins. That's great.
Yes.
They're like, we heard the brewery gave you your pink slip, and he goes, we heard you went ballistic and killed a guy, and he goes, the goddamn brewery, and they're like, Jim Toblerson said they had to call a hostage negotiator, and he's like, Jim Toblerson's a fucking chatty Cathy.
It's like, look, you drink like 45 beers off the line, and suddenly I'm a bad guy.
And he's like, somebody died that day. He's like, somebody did die that day. I had the greatest job in the world, making Frosty Joy for thousands. He's like, I went to jail, made some friends, went Muslim, praise Allah.
Yeah, which he's eating a lot of pork products in this movie. I don't buy the fucking Muslim
He's literally at a hot dog eating contest till they find him. And he says he went Muslim. Yeah, he's a pretty terrible Muslim. Unless those
You're not supposed to drink alcohol either.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
And then they go to find Fink, who is this is Steve Lemmy, unrecognizable. They put a prosthetic nose on him, and that does it apparently for me.
Yeah, and I think he must have been crouching or something too, because he's not that short in real life. Like he's like tiny compared to everyone else in this.
That was weird. But Landfill starts talking shit immediately. Is like, what do we need the dork for? And he studied everything about everything, including beer. So shut the fuck up. And he's jerking off a frog while they're watching him, by the way.
Super Jewish. It's a big part of his character.
I will say super Jewish without being wildly offensive, I think. But...
No. Yeah, it's not a stereotype.
Right.
It's just he's very Jewish.
Yeah, he's got a yarmulke on and everything, but they don't do a whole bunch of...
No, stereotytes. Like, it comes up like one other time. Or I think twice in the movie.
He says l'chaim a lot, but that's not that, in my opinion, not that crazy. But
they're trying to convince him, and he's like, I don't know, man. Like, I've got a job here. It's really important. Like, we're like doing he's having this conversation, he's jerking the frog off still, and like the croaking is just he like stops for a second. It's like he's like, oh, sorry.
When it fucking taps him, dude, I lost it. And then he smokes a cigarette afterwards, as they tell him, we forgot to tell you the best part. You're going to be competing against Germans. And he's like, you have 15 more minutes, and lights up a cigarette.
And they start heading out to pick up their final guy, the director, Jay Chandrasekhar, and as Barry.
Barry Badgernath.
Yeah, Barry Badgernath, who's apparently, we know two things about him at this point. One, he is the best at party games, and two, he banged Todd's wife.
Right.
And Todd is not for this.
No. And I love it because Landfill the whole time's in the backseat. They're like, he was the best beer gamer ever. He's like, we should probably put him on our team. And they go back and forth. He fucked Todd's wife. And they're like, but he was the best. And he's like, yeah, we should probably put him on our team. And then
he's like, Todd, is he that good? He's like, yeah, God damn it. Just admit it.
They pull up and he's hooking under a bridge.
Yeah, a bunch of male prostitutes under this bridge.
Under one
exclusively.
Of many most quoted and iconic scenes from this movie where he walks up and says, all right, fellas, it's $1 to look at it, $2 to touch it, $3 to watch me touch it, $5 to touch it while I touch my toes, $6 to touch it while I touch your toes. And then he recognizes them.
Yeah.
And they're like,
what hey, guys. He's like, I wish I gave you like the friend's discount, but my pimp's an asshole. So
he's like, you know how it is.
Yeah. He's like, dude, like you want like an HJ, a BJ, a ZJ. He's like, what's this? And he's like, what's a ZJ? It's like, you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Right after he says it's $15 for a ZJ. And then like, that's not what we're here for, Todd. He's like, all right, then move along. I got a mouth to feed. Also, Antonio, another male hooker, is licking the window while they're all talking. And I noticed when he goes to pick up the quarters off of the ground that he's wearing USPS carrier shorts. Curious how he got those, but...
he's got a story. He used to be the postmaster.
But they give him some quarters and they're like, show him what you can do, Todd. And He fucking
He
sucks.
just whiffs it.
He shatters the beer bottle and then snaps out on them and was like, what are you looking at? Get the fuck out of here. And then 5 seconds later, he walks into their restaurant, absolutely shit-faced, and CGI quarters all over the fucking place. He has like
also, we should mention the name of the restaurant is wonderful. It's Schnitz and Giggles.
Yeah, walks in with like an arcade quarter dispenser and starts throwing them all over the place. It's going in people's mouths. He knocks all the pool balls in as soon as he walks in, and then he's like, I'm better when I'm drunk. And they're all like, yeah!
Yeah, then the training montage starts in earnest, where they go into like, the back room, like, okay, we're going to drink this whole keg. And they're like, how many beers in that keg? It's like 125. Fuck.
When they unveil the training facility, it looks like shit, and they're all so excited. And they have a part of it's clearly for Fink, but it's just a couple microscopes and a whiteboard. I'm like, now, what did you think you were going to use that for? I get it's for Fink, but like, I want to know the thought process for a beer drinking competition preparation, what they thought they needed the microscopes for.
Yeah, we get a little drinking montage where like, it starts out all fun and happy, and then everyone starts beating the shit out of each other. Then everyone like makes up again and gets all jovial, then everyone starts beating the shit out of each other again.
It's a really great progression, especially for 30 and 40-year-olds, what it's like to be like, we're going to drink all fucking night. And they're all just like,
yeah. Not fun anymore. And I think we get a couple of views of the hangovers the next morning, like Landfill's wife, who is beyond too hot for him, thinks he's like dead on the floor and he's just fucking wasted. We see Fink is like falling asleep, jacking off frogs, and like and the best one is Barry is just like in a field covered in blood next to a dead deer, like entrails on his mouth. He's like, not again.
Yeah, I think all of us has experienced some version of waking up in either Barry, Fink, or landfill.
I haven't taken out any game animals with my teeth yet, but I have probably woken up naked a few places.
I've definitely woken up in a field covered in blood, but it was my blood. You get a little party. They're still like denying that Gam could be a whore. They go to her house. They're like, we're going to need some help to like get good because the keg is still full when Jam and Todd
it's like they like pick it up and it's like they barely made a fucking dent.
Yeah. So they go to Gam
she's like, oh, I made
she's
some
like,
summer sausage for all of you.
Yeah, walks in
like,
and she's like, gotta warm it up. Slapping it and shit. And they're like, what made Germans such good drinkers? She's like, they grow up drinking beer and they train high up in the Alps. She's like, they have relaxed their throat muscles. I can probably fit at least 9 inches of this.
Yeah, like Germans can fit anything down there, and it's like I'll show you. It's like you can.
And they drink ram's piss. And then it cuts to them trying to catch a ram and then drinking ram's piss.
Yeah, they're just like up on a fucking roof, just like as best they can, high altitude.
Right. Which is, it's at a certain point, one of them mentions something about Colorado. So I started thinking this movie was in Colorado because you see all the mountains and stuff in the background, but it's
that's
New
what
Mexico.
I thought too. I put that down a few times. They never mentioned that.
Which, if they were in Colorado, it would have made sense because like high altitude trading is a 40-minute drive away.
Is the restaurant? No, because the restaurant, I guess, is weird. I don't know. It felt very Colorado.
Yeah.
So how they get a fucking
Colorado
sub
at a certain point, but I don't know if that was just where they went to college or what, but
how do they get a submarine into New Mexico?
It's a good fucking question. I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past them to do that intentionally.
Yes.
So it says they got 8 months to go on the screen, and they're like, we need to go get some like real world practice and start going to parties and stuff. So they show up at a house party, immediately get made fun of just for walking in like they're badasses because they're 40 walking into a party.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you don't want to be that guy. We all knew that guy. Don't be that guy.
Exactly. Landfill immediately shotguns 2 beers, and then I'm like, shit. He's like, we're the party commission. And I'm like, that would never, in real life, if a big fat 40-year-old walked into this party and shotgun 2 beers in front of everybody, hey, can you leave? Like, I don't, what are you doing?
we don't know you. This is like the high school after prom party. Please go.
Right.
They all look like kids. Like, it doesn't look like
the cops come and they run, so it's definitely kids.
Yeah.
Fink does a strikeout, which I have done in real life, and it ended about the same way, which is the strikeout is where you take a hit of a bong, chug a beer, do a shot, and then exhale. He's like, strikeout, huh? I'm not feeling any, just lays down on the floor politely.
And then the next thing you know, he's just being fucking cellophane to a fucking set of monkey bars.
And then, they yell cops and everybody runs, and the guys get on a tandem bike of like 5 people to take off on.
Yeah, but I will say they do not drunk drive in this movie. They make a large point about that. It's like,
Right.
okay, we're drinking all night, boys. Keys.
Yeah. But they drop
Even though I
everybody
think-
off on the tandem bike, and I'm just like, they are way too happy. If it was this late in the morning and I'm going home in a tandem bike,
Oh, the hungover's already started. Like,
yeah.
the sun is mocking you.
Now it's 7 months to go, and Fink is explaining the boot, and this is my favorite example of continuity errors in a movie that they do intentionally because it's funny. But he's drawing the boot and explains that there's a bubble in the boot, and that's what's causing them to not be able to drink it. And every time it cuts away and cuts back, the circle he drew is different. First, it's a giant swirl. They cut away, cut back, and there's 2 circles. It cuts away and cuts back, and there's 1 giant circle. Which it's like I said, they obviously did it on purpose, but it's fucking hilarious little background.
Oh yeah,
gag.
no, if you lean into the joke, it's wonderful. And yeah, and I mean, this movie just like every bar in fucking America had a Das Boot after this for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah. And we all tried to chug out of the Das Boot. By the way, the bubble is not real. That's not a thing. It's not hard to chug out of a boot, other than the sheer
I'll
amount
say
of
the
beer.
thing- Yeah, no, I'll say like what's way harder is you ever seen a yard of beer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those things I've watched a man chug that before, and that is the only time I've been impressed by chugging.
Yeah, that's fucking brutal. When you start to feel
Pretty
your
sure
stomach expand before anything else.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I just ate calorically equivalent to 3 loaves of bread. Cool.
And then the landfill's fucking with him with the puppet the whole time he's talking. He's like, it's frustrating.
It's a bubble. It's a bubble.
He smacks it out of his hand and the head comes off, and they see that something's inside, and it's the recipe that we forgot to mention at the beginning of the movie. That
Yes, the greatest beer in all the world.
Right. Now they're only 4th in Germany, but they had the greatest beer until their grandpa ran away with the recipe, and this is that recipe.
Yes. And that's why they call him a thieving stable boy.
Right. And then it says 5 months to go. They spent 2 months now trying to make this beer, apparently.
I mean, worth it, apparently. I mean, it fucking
Right.
pays off the end.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they drink it, and it's just like, they never really even describe the flavors. It's just like, just say things like, it's beautiful. I wish I had brushed my teeth with it. Like, just like,
My favorite is he says, I want to put my dick in it. He's like, I want it to put its dick in me.
yeah, no, the best one is, it's like, I want to freeze it and then burn it in little ice skates, and in the spring, thaw it and drink it. It's completely off the rails.
They're all excited for about 2 seconds before Jan's like, oh, man. And they're like, what? He's like, this means Gam really was a whore. Right. Nobody cares about him. 3 months to go. They've bottled the beer. Fink can chug now. He runs up and grabs landfill, and they like finish at the same time, which is a huge deal. They should have made a bigger deal about that. If he's their anchor chugger and now he can chug as fast as him, like, we got 2 anchors. But they show back in Bavaria, a messenger boy shows up with a box from America that says most urgent, and it's the beer. I don't know. I don't remember if they mailed it there just to talk shit, or if it was cherry.
I think it's yeah, I'm pretty sure it's cherry.
Okay.
Because it's like a secret courier. It's like, no, only I know about this. No one else.
But then why
'Cause
would
they're
they kill
surprised
him
when
if
they
it
show
was from their little spy?
Because he's the only witness that knows that beer exists besides their
Weird.
employee.
They're doing almost a Rocky IV training thing here, by the way. You know, when it shows the
Yeah, it's
Russian and he's got all this
super,
advanced tech.
like one's got like a keg above his head while he's running on a treadmill with like a tube to his like little tubes in them. Like they're all drinking in various ways while fucking like exercising.
Yeah. The grandpa's beer, he drinks the beer and his lip like quivers when he figures out what it is. He's like, we're going to America to get our recipe. And then Jack Tucker Carlson says, hasta la vista, messenger boy. And they fucking fill him with beer.
Yeah, just every available orifice. I'm hoping at least just on the head gets filled with rubber tube and just beer just injected into him. It's like such a fucking supervillain way to kill someone.
I love the Germans in this movie.
So good. Oh, one of them too we forgot to mention is Will Forte.
Oh, right.
I didn't realize until this.
He didn't have a big enough part in this movie. He's fucking hilarious.
No, I don't
but
think
just
he
him speaking is so fucking funny in this movie.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 months to go, and they're all playing asshole inside the bar. They keep giving Todd another black eye because he's like, it starts to heal at a certain point.
Yeah.
And he's like, that shiner's really going away. He's like, yeah, I kind of miss it. It was a good motivation. So they keep punching him in the eye as the months go on to keep his black eye. And then Barry has a massive hallucination that has never happened to me on beer. I mean, even in the event of beer goggles, I've convinced myself that someone's a little
beer
hotter.
Goggles to the nth degree. Like, it's... Also, he is a male prostitute. His standards might be But also, yeah, someone did mention because it's like just like 2 seconds in a scene when they go to visit Gam Gam. She has like a caretaker now. It's like it's kind of like Queen Latifah-ish looking black woman, and he starts like dancing with like a very attractive black woman. Starts dancing with him and just starts like flirting. He sees himself as like
70s,
basically
like.
John Travolta, and
Yeah.
Saturday Night Fever. He's all swabbed. It's like cutting to real life. He's got a fucking like beer case on his head that says asshole across it. He's like, what do we get you out of that wet dress into a dry martini? He's just like, martini.
It's fantastic. And then, yeah, it shows him go home and like the most softcore porn love scene. And then he wakes up.
My family was in the next room. I'm like, okay, I gotta turn this down because I don't have to explain this.
Yeah, I had my kids in the other room.
It starts flashing between
like, what the fuck, man?
it starts flashing between what he saw and what reality is, and like he's seeing it's basically shallow Hal via beer.
Exactly. And it's gross. Some of the shit is like she's spraying whipped cream in his mouth, and like my little sweetie cuts back, and it's actually mustard. And she was like, "I like some mustard on my hot dog," and I'm like, "Oh!"
She's like, "I'm gonna suck you dry. I'm gonna spit off."
That lady is fucking hilarious, though.
So good.
And then he looks at the camera and does like a fourth wall break and goes, "Come on, guys, I knew the whole time."
And just like rolls over. Just like, fair play, man, fair play.
And now we're down to 1 month. Like, you haven't seen a super lot of training going on. It does imply as soon as they get to Germany that they are like seasoned now. Like beer has no effect on them and shit. But 1 month ago, and you see the Germans are in a submarine watching the bar from a periscope
in a lake in New Mexico.
Yeah. And he's like,
massive
Operation Recipe Retrieve is underway. And they're like, did we agree on that name? And so Wolf Forte's like, what were the other names they said? I don't even remember. But
he was like a Steingraber.
Steingraber, yeah. They say something 2006, and he slaps Will Forte. And he's like, "Okay, Grandpapa."
It's like, we always spend too much time arguing about the names. It's like this is like a thing. It's like a problem. This is not a democracy. I'm sorry, I just get a little wound up. I had that experience on U-boat one time.
Right.
Das Boone.
And then they walk in and they posture, look all tough. I'm like, "We're prepared to buy it from you right now," and pull out a briefcase full of euros. And they're like, "What? With what? Monopoly money?" He's like, "Come on, those are euros."
I told you we got Deutschmarks.
He was like, "I told you we could go get Deutschmarks." He was like, "It's too hard." He's like, "No, it isn't. There's 5 ATMs." And they all start screaming at each other. And I'm like, "Fine, here's 500,000 American." And they're like, "Fuck you, we don't want to." And they're like, "Let's play Pong for it." This is where you find out Barry can't play Pong because he's like, "Come on, Barry." Hands him a paddle, and his hand starts shaking, and says, "I can't," and like cusses at him about it. I was like, "I said I can't play fucking Pong," and like shoves him about it. And a cuckoo clock, a really random thing here, but a cuckoo clock goes off, and one of the guys goes, "What the fuck is that?" Part cracked me up. They leave, they smash a table, smash the cuckoo clock, and they're like, "Fuck you," and everything kind of starts to fall apart. Barry quits because of the whole Pong thing. Fink comes in and says he made monkey frogs. He's like,
"Oh, it's kind of cute." Like, what do you mean? He like opens the bag. He's like, "Oh God, kill it."
He's like, "What did you do?" Crystal left landfill, and he's falling apart.
The lies and the drinking, which is fair.
Right. And he starts walking around having like happy flashbacks, looking all around the bar and everything. And in the most obvious possible way, because it's a comedy movie, you see Cherry on a laptop saying, "I've retrieved the recipe." And it's like pulling a disc out.
In a fucking like Matrix like leather jacket that she's like never worn up to this point.
She says, "I've been with the..." He's like, "How did they get to you, Cherry?" She's like, "I've been with the Wolfhausen family the whole time." And then they fight. And it's a pretty funny fight. And then it ends with her like full on Bruce Lee Way of the Dragon hitting him into the beer vat.
Yeah, it looked like Shredder's finishing move. Like it was fucking insane.
Right. She's like, "You feel that pulling you down? That's the yeast, baby." But he starts trying to stab his way out and can't. And there's a moment where it looks like he's going to be fine because he just opens his mouth and starts chugging the whole vat to the point it makes like a water tornado down to his mouth. And then in a kind of dark scene compared to the rest of the movie, Todd runs in there. He's like, "Where you at, landfill? Let's drink and talk about it." And sees him just floating dead in the vat of beer.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
And they think he committed self-unalive because he was like so depressed and stuff from this, and they don't know that Cherry did it.
Right.
We cut to the second funeral of the movie.
In a movie about a beer competition.
Yes. So, I mean, drinking does have its, its risks. So I guess it's fair.
Not usually so
But
much
yeah,
murder, though.
yeah, but Fink's up on the pulpit, and he's giving the eulogy, and he's like, landfill was like a loud, belligerent, fucking disgusting asshole, but he was my loud, belligerent, disgusting asshole. So he had a habit of swallowing food whole. He farted a plum one time.
He farted a plum
entire
one time.
plum.
I was plum surprised. Krista justifiably is angry at all of them and slaps them, which causes them to fall and knock Landfill out of the casket.
Yeah.
Gam Gam shows up to the funeral and is like, when are you going to tell me you weren't competing in Beerfest? And they're like, you knew? And she tells him the true story of Baron Ludwig, which is that their grandpa was the firstborn of the Wolshausen family, but he was born out of wedlock because she was a whore, and a really hot whore when they show it.
And she's like, what is this? She's like a scar on her face. She's like, I don't know, Gam Gam. You said a Clydesdale hit you. She's like, no, it's the mark of the whole war.
So she and their grandpa, as a child, got tarred and feathered and ran out of town because he's a bastard. But basically, it says it's your birthright. You need to go back there and take it. Barry's like, I still can't play Pong. And he's playing ping pong and ding dang, high stakes game in an opium den. I'm like, okay, so he was at the beginning of Balls of Fury. He says he had a paddle shoved up his ass, and Fink's like, I don't know what I would do if I had a paddle handle shoved up my ass. He's like, it wasn't the handle. I'm like, oh.
I've been shitting pancakes for years. Because
And then Gam Gam's just like, I've had all kinds of things shoved up my ass, and you get over it. That's all it takes.
He was like, yeah, I will.
And then enter Gil. They turn around, they see Landfill, and they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
With a
sorry,
cowboy hat.
I'm Gil. He's like, I'm Landfill's twin brother. And he's like, I feel like I already know you guys. Landfill told me so much. And he's like, but I'd like to join your beer drinking competition team. And if you could just call me Landfill, he's like, that way we get to skip that awkward phase and get to know each other. And they're like, okay.
And also, I taught Landfill everything he knows, and I'm a better drinker than him.
It's fucking insane. And then it's hilarious how they just rewind all that. We still have Landfill.
And then just straight to fucking Germany.
Yep.
Which is great because they get there and they're like, well, we've been training for a competition for a year. We don't know where it is, really.
Yeah. And they were drunk when they got there. And Fink says, studied this thing called drunken recall, where I'd teach people things when they were drunk and they couldn't remember when they were sober. The moment they were drunk, they could remember everything. So trying to get them drunk.
Which is true. And which is the mechanical of remember that time. That's like why that happens.
He can't get drunk. And he's like, I have been training for a beer drinking competition. And there's like 20 beers there.
Concerning. Yeah.
Right.
Like, you might need to see doctors after this because definitely cirrhosis at a minimum for all.
Oh, yeah. And then they're like, oh, I got it. And they give him some Goldschlager that he chugs. And this is fairly accurate. He immediately just blackout drunk.
And is so for the rest of the movies.
That part's crazy.
Yeah. He's just like out of the competition for the rest of it.
They get to the door. The guy comes out and is like, password. And then he yodels. And he's like, that was the last year's password. And they slam it shut. So they pull a Trojan keg and bring up a giant keg. This is gift for the competition. They wheel it in. And they come out now in this sweet Team USA gear that looks like the Olympics.
Very like the 90s, like 1984 hockey team.
Right.
Jersey, like basically the exact thing.
They're like, get the fuck out of here. And they say the brewery is rightfully ours. He was a true offspring.
Stand next to the portraits. It's like, yeah, see, fucker, it's obviously us. Like,
right.
We're not false. Like,
and then the whole crowd starts chanting, let them drink. When it cuts to the competition, you get those super long trumpets with the banners. A guy goes to play it to start the competition and can't play it. It was so funny. Like, everything else is like, they've got this down to a science. It's great fanfare and everything, but the trumpet guy has no fucking idea what he's doing. But pretty cool, honestly. They start playing AC/DC, Have a Drink on Me. And it starts with USA versus England. They pretty much destroy them. Jan is absolutely fucking shit-faced, so they lose at Pong. But everything else, they get trick quarters. They're doing trick quarters, which is like hacky sack in the quarter, and then Barry blows it out of his nose. And then we're a bunch of montaging later. We're down to the championship round versus Germany versus USA. And they're all taking the longest piss on Earth, which is hilariously accurate.
Yeah, like they're having a conversation. It's like, and we gotta go, oh God, we gotta go do the thing.
And he figures out what to do with the bubble and gets some piss out of the trough into his shoe to demonstrate. I'm like, why did you need to do
And then
that?
Puts it back on later.
Yeah.
There's a swish.
But basically, it
And
says we gotta
also,
spin it when the bubble comes to beat the boot.
And a little note in this movie: piss is neon green.
Yeah, especially the Rams piss.
Pull,
It looks like Ultra Gatorade.
yeah, well, it's like when they pull Todd away, it's like the same fucking coming out.
Yeah, definitely some kind of liver disease. They start and they lose 3 events right in a row. They beat Barry at quarters. They beat him at upside down chug. Germany wins at beer pong, like regular beer pong. And they're like, if Germany wins pong, like regular pong, then it's over. And the Germans run up and tattletale that Jan hasn't played in a single event because he's over like eating food and talking to some girl because he's just completely obliterated still. Anyway, they make him come play pong, and Barry says he'll play to like balance out the drunkenness. And good thing he does, because he's a complete non-factor in the fucking game and an absolute liability.
Yeah, it's 2v1 basically.
He wins, and he turns to him and he's like, you could pork my wife anytime.
And they hug, because, yeah.
And then this is the next game. I've never understood what this game is. I've seen it in movies a bunch of times before where they're doing like doing all these gestures.
Oh, yeah. I've done that one before, and I hate it, because it's pattern memorization.
Okay.
So it'll be like, you have to do what, like, someone does a move, then the next person has to do the move that before that last person did, then like the next person has to do the one before they did, and you have to like keep track of like leapfrog back and forth with these like movements. Yep.
Okay. Well, they fuck it up.
Doing when I'm drunk.
USA wins. And then they win turbo quarters, which is the most. Their hands are not even moving the correct speed to be throwing that many quarters.
It's worse than fucking Balls of Fury when it's like faking this.
And then the ref, who I love, by the way, he's small part of the movie, but he's fucking awesome. Comes out and says, "All tied up, sudden death, Das Boot!" And everybody starts cheering. They huddle up, and they're like, "This is that moment from sports movies, guys." He's like, "Where the good guys got to beat the bad guys, blah blah." He's like, "And I'll be damned if we're gonna let the good guys win." And he's like, "What? Aren't we the good guys?"
Let me start over. And you like start to do the whole speech over. It's like, no, just stop.
Baron comes out and makes out with Cherry in front of them and says, "Always bet on black, yeah." She talks shit to Landfill while they're doing the chugging competition. I don't know why they're letting people walk up into the competition and shit, and says some shit about his dead brother, like he squealed when he died or something like that.
Yeah, like when I threw him into the vat, it's like, oh, like you killed him, and he fucking like chokes and like loses.
And then they're like, "Say hello to the family whore," and they're like, "Double or nothing for the recipe." And he's like, "We already have the recipe. Pulled it off of the computer." And he's like, "That's a recipe for a low-fat, low-carb, yeah,
cherry strawberry beer. It's like called She-Wolf." It's like, it's all right.
And then they look at Cherry, and he fucking claps, and they pull her off. And
she's like, "Well, you know how much we like strawberries? I've been trying to lose weight for the low carb." And she's like, she's here trying to like bleed in like 2 gunshots.
She's like, "Where are the Africans? Africans, help me!" And they propose 10 boots, 5v5. And when they're sitting there thinking about it, a random crowd guy goes, "Take the bet, you fucking pussy." He goes, "Okay, take the bet. And then I want spectator number 1 killed." And they're like, 2 things. We're not babies, and also we're not that drunk. And they all start wobbling, except Todd.
Except Todd. He's like, oh, yeah.
It was great. Right when they walk up to compete, they make fun of Fink's hair and throw his yarmulke on the ground. And this, have you ever seen the Hebrew Hammer?
Yes.
This made me think of the Hebrew Hammer. They piss him off and they look at him. He's got a Star of David in his eye, and they're like, "He's got the eye of the Jew. He's got the eye of the Jew. Fink's our anchor."
Yeah, doing it way before Naruto did funky eyes. He's just got like this like golden Star of fucking David in his eye.
So they put him at the bottom. Also, I notated here, how come the Germans don't need to spin the boot? Like, why is that the key to doing this, and why do they not need to
I guess they just have such powerful throats, they just draw it down naturally. They don't need to do a trick.
It looks like they win. It looks like the Germans win. Comes down to Fink.
Yeah, with some really bad... The only bad CGI beer in this entire movie. Everything else is practical.
Well, I started noticing during the competitions is when I started noticing the CGI beer, because it's like way too smooth liquid movement while they're chugging.
Yeah.
But this one was bad because it looked like fucking thick-ass maple syrup. By the way, when Fink's chugging, he hasn't gotten like better at chugging because of the Eye of the Jew. He's just like taking more gulps, you know what I mean? Like, if you're good at chugging, it's just a pour, basically, and he's like...
Yeah, he just has, like, rapid machine gun gulps, yeah.
But they hold up the boots, and you see this one drop, like, syrup come down, and that means they lose, and then they get lettuce thrown at them.
Wins! Yeah. And then Yeah, like Herr Wolfhausen was just like, okay, yeah, you win, take my entire company.
Yep.
No worries.
Yep, throws him a key and that's it.
Throws McKee, yeah, that's it.
You get one teaser during the credits for a movie that never happened called Weedfest.
So mad.
Where they run into...
Like it says coming soon, god damn it. It was like, lies. Lies from the past.
You know, I thought about this then too. Like every time somebody was like, when is Weedfest coming out? I'm like, what would that even look like? Like it would not be the same as Beerfest.
There's not weeding games. Like there's no smoking games. It's
Nobody has ever been like, I bet I
fucking...
can take this down faster than you. No, because potheads are chill. Nobody's...
The only thing I've seen is like those guys who try to take like 7-gram dabs and end up fucking like inverting their lungs afterwards.
Yeah, but that's not fun to watch at all.
No, it's sad. It's like, oh god, it's such a waste and he's dying.
Everybody has a panic attack by round 2. But yeah, that is the end of Beerfest. They show nothing about like what happens after or anything like that. That's just it.
Nope, there's some bloopers, and that's about it.
All right, and now the gist of the plot for Old School. I think it will go much quicker. A lot less plot points to hit on in this movie.
Yeah, and I was amazed how fast, like how little happens in Old School too.
Yeah.
Like,
what shocks
really,
me
it's
about
like
this
party,
movie...
party, conflict, and a movie.
Exactly. The sheer amount of background people in this movie that have no lines that are massively famous.
Yeah.
Now, it shocked me. I would have loved to see them be involved in this movie. You got Rob Corddry is one of the big ones. He doesn't speak in this movie. He's the bald dude from Hot Tub Time Machine. He's in this movie, and he's just one of the college people the whole time. And he's so
Sean William Scott
funny.
is in it for like 2 fucking seconds.
Right at the beginning, you got Artie Lang and Matt Walsh. Not Republican douchebag Matt Walsh, but the actor Matt Walsh.
Cool Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh and the cooler Matt Walsh.
Speaking of Republican douchebags, though, we're going to get the one here at the wedding. Fucking blew my mind.
Yeah.
But, this movie...
Simon Helberg is in this. He's from fucking Big Bang Theory. He's like one of the main characters. Like, there's all kinds of fucking people in this.
But like
Artie
I said,
Lang
Rob Corddry being in it and not speaking one time blew my mind. Like, pretty sure he was on The Daily Show already and in some other stuff at this point, so I'm not sure why he wasn't an active portion of this, but we open on a boring-ass insurance meeting with Artie Lang and Matt Walsh, Luke Wilson.
Yeah, we don't even really ever
Mitch.
find out what he does.
No,
like
some kind of property work. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
he gets in a taxi. He's like, "There's no seatbelt back here." This is the one you were talking about. He's like, "What do you recommend I do?" And then he says, "Don't be a F-bomb right out of the fucking gates."
Yeah, and hold on. Like, okay. Yeah, we just get this like montage of like the miserable nature of traveling through the U.S. fucking international travel system, and he gets home and just hears the sound that no man wants to hear when he gets home. It's the sound of squeaking springs and thumbs coming from upstairs.
They make you do a double take with it though.
Yeah, because he goes up and it's just like his wife watching some porn, which totally fine. He's even like, "Honey, this is great. This is actually kind of hot. Let's start into this." And then like the blindfolded, naked, tied up couple come out from the fucking closet.
I fucking love this because he turns around and goes, when he screams, the dude just hugs him. What a reaction with your hard dick poking this dude. And she's even like, "I've tried to tell you all the time. Like when we're in bed, I tried to tell you." And he's like, "I thought you were just talking dirty."
Yeah, it's like, "You said some filthy shit." He's like, "Well."
And if somebody knocks at the door,
play it off like it's his fault.
Opens it, it's this skeezy dude with a fro and like a tracksuit on. He's like, "Can I help you?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm here for the gangbang." And that is Todd Phillips, the director of this movie and Joker and everything. Like I said, pretty much how I imagined. And then we cut right to a wedding. I'm sorry, but if this happened to me, I'm not going to a wedding anytime soon.
No, I'm not celebrating love when I just fucking found my fiance, potentially 4, maybe more people.
But we meet Will Ferrell playing Frank and Vince Vaughn playing Beanie. Will Ferrell's the one getting married.
Yeah.
And
they're all the altar too. And Vince Vaughn is just being the worst fucking friend on the planet.
Yeah, he's the best man, I think.
Yeah. And he's just like, in Will Ferrell's here, it's like, "Look, man, like you still have time to run. You're not technically married yet. Just go, get out of here. Go. And I'm married. I have a kid. I fucking hate it."
And he keeps going. Like, while she's walking down the wall, he's like, "All right, you don't want to fucking listen to me? The biggest fucking mistake of your life." Like, to the point that people are like looking at them.
Look at my wife. Look at my child. And they're just like, it's like this like beautiful wife and this like super like nice child's like, "Oh, he's staring at me, judging me." It's just like, dude, what the fuck?
Yep, just Vince Vaughn being Vince Vaughn, man.
And we never get any like indication that this is a bad woman or like she's done anything to this man.
I realize this is pretty much Bradley Cooper's character from The Hangover, which is weird because this is the same director as The Hangover, so he just apparently loves that bit where you have your best man telling you not to get married because he's married and has a family. I feel like Todd Phillips just hates his fucking family. This is what that means.
Yeah.
But, you see the wedding goes through, and then you see the Dan band, which he loves to put in these movies. They're in The Hangover as well.
There is one great line though, because he's also talking to Mitch. It's like, look, you had a sexually liberated wife. That's amazing. I would love to discover like a sexually liberated wife. It's like I wasn't looking to discover a sexually liberated wife. He's like, oh, but Columbus wasn't looking to discover America. That fucking worked out for everybody.
I love this part though. This was the first time I had ever seen the Dan band, where Will Ferrell and his wife are having their first dance, and they're singing "Turn Around." Every now and then I fall apart. I fucking need you more. And they're like, what the fuck?
And he just keeps adding in the fucking movie.
Every now and then I see the fucking look in you.
And everyone keeps like flinching every time.
It's great. Just Will Ferrell's face being like, what's that? Mitch is fucking this right here. The Bride's Dead is played by Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar is the massively famous now UFO and conspiracy theorist guy that has appeared on Joe Rogan and wrote a book and has a Netflix documentary. Generally just out of his fucking mind conspiracy theorist guy. And I was like, what the fuck is Bob Lazar doing? But apparently before he did all that, he just wanted to be an actor.
I mean, Trump's in Home Alone too. Fucking people pop up in weird places.
It's so weird. But Mitch is wasted, runs into his old flame Nicole, who's the girl from Grey's Anatomy, Ellen Pompeo or something.
Yeah, and he's just fucking like sad drunk, which no one wants to be around.
Especially
just
at a wedding.
sloppy and yeah, he's like, I think spills a drink all over her and just like makes a complete ass out of himself.
Yeah, like inappropriately touches her, trying to clean her up, and she's like, seriously, stop. And to the point that Beanie's wife walks by and is like, hey, Mitch, why don't you keep your hands to yourself? And I'm like, somebody sent him home.
Inappropriate. Oh, dude, Mitch has got problems, man. It's like one of those things, like if you just like put what Mitch did down on a paper without any context of the person, it's just like, oh, burn this man. Burn him in hell and send him to jail.
And they try to
terrible things.
Try to do the whole thing where he's like, this is fucking ridiculous. We shouldn't be doing this. And he gives up on that pretty immediately. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna lean into this real hard. Then he tries to give a speech, and for all of Beanie's shit talking, he saves the day and grabs her. He's like, and we're gonna stop right there. And it continues right here.
He's like, when you walk into your room and see two people double teaming your wife, he's like, hey, that's enough of that.
I think what Mitch is trying to say is love is blind. Yeah, and then Mitch has a new house on campus. He says, professor lived here for 30 years and died, and so I got it for super cheap. Frank comes up and tries to re-gift his wedding gift to him as a housewarming present, which was a bread maker. He's like, I got you this. He's like, this model is like this exact bread maker. And he's like, damn it. And just takes it. And I love the part, he's walking around the house with this hockey stick. I don't know why it always cracked me up so much, but he's like slapping Mitch in the ass while Beanie's telling him like, we're going to get laid like crazy in this house. And Will Ferrell's just in the background walking around like slamming drawers shut with the hockey stick and everything and starts breaking shit.
And we cut to the backyard, and apparently Bernie's like setting up a massive fucking party. And it's like, oh wow, it's like a crazy, like he's like setting up like stage and sound systems and shit. This is where we find out like he basically owns Circuit City or some shit. He's like,
yeah, he says he owns 6 speaker cities worth $3.5 million that the government knows about. And I'm like, what the fuck? This dude is loaded.
Yeah, so he's just bankrolling this entire fucking like endeavor.
And this is $3.5 million in 2004. That meant something then.
And that the government knows about, which means there's a sizable chunk that it doesn't. And yeah, he's like, so we're gonna have like a high school band or something come up here. It's like, you think I'm dropping this kind of money? No.
You also see Frank working on his car, listening to Whitesnake. This song plays a bunch in this movie, but basically comes out and says, we don't want Frank the Tank coming back now, do we? And then, it's the sickest housewarming party ever made. Frank is talking to some college kids inside. He's like, I can't drink. We got stuff to do tomorrow with the wife. And they're like what? He's like go to Home Depot, look at some flooring, and then maybe go to Bed Bath & Beyond. I just don't know if we'll have time, which is so accurate of what it's like to be
like, come on, man, just have one. Just have one. He's like, okay, I can have one. Just one.
And he fucking kills it. And he stands there, he's like, fill it up again. It's like, it's so good once it hits your lips. And then you cut to Vince Vaughn on the stage. He's like, Courtesy of Speaker City, everybody give a warm welcome to Mr. Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg and Warren G come
So
out on
young.
stage, and I'm like, what?
Such a young Snoop Dogg, too.
Oh, I
So
know.
babyface.
I made a note. I was like, I miss this Snoop Dogg, dude. When he was still Snoop Dogg and he wasn't Snoop Lion, and then, you know, whatever the fuck he's doing now.
Yeah, Martha Stewart's best friend. It
Right.
got weird.
Oh, by the way, the reason they're in this movie was because he wanted to be Huggy Bear and Starsky and Hutch, which was coming up for Todd Phillips. But yeah, we had no idea how good we had it when Snoop Dogg looked like this. Frank has gone full tank. He's inside doing the tank thing, wasted as shit, licked some girl's face. And then entered Darcy, aka the girl from The Girl Next Door, just ridiculously hot. She's not 17 in real life. I want to say that now, having just said that. And then you get the classic scene where Will Ferrell runs out on the stage and grabs a bike. He's like, "We're going straight in." He's already naked.
Cross the quad into the gym. And everyone's just kind of like looking at each other. It's like, "Oh, we're going to stick good. Everyone follow me." He just runs off. And like, everyone's like, "Okay, that was weird. Start the music good." Yeah.
You see Frank's wife and Beanie's wife in a car talk with their friends talking about some blowjob class. And they pull up on Frank streaking down the road and they're all laughing at him.
But it's great too because they're all laughing, and then you can tell like Frank's wife like recognizes his ass.
And she's like, "Frank, what are you doing?" And he's like, "We're streaking. Everybody's doing it." She's like, "Get it." He's like, "Okay."
He looks back, he's just running naked alone.
How do you think KFC is still open?
Yes.
And then the next morning, you get the similar hangover montage for everybody. But at Mitch's house, there was a fucking car burnt to the ground in the front yard.
Yeah. No, there's like proper, like I don't know, man. Like parties like that are fun, not if it's your house. 'Cause
No.
something's stolen, something's burned, something's had a hole blown through it. Like it's just, yeah.
Yeah, there's spray paint all over the house. Everything is destroyed. And I gotta say, right about here is where Jeremy Piven just walks into their house. I would have beat the shit out of him. If I'm hungover and somebody just walked in the house I just got, I'm fucking him up. No questions asked.
Yep.
But enter Jeremy Piven, a.k.a. Cheese, a.k.a. Dean Pritchard. And they're like, "Didn't we lock you in a dumpster once?" He's like, "I got out." And he's like, "Cool, man."
Yeah. Like it's really in retrospect, like they deserve all of this. Like sounds like they were just fucking horrible people to this fucking.
But he says they just rezoned the house for campus use only, and you have to get out immediately. And I'm like, realistically though, because he says I already paid rent first month and last month. I'm like, realistically, there's no universe where they can just do that.
No, like I know there's like periods and stuff to like evict people from houses and stuff. You can't just like get out today.
Also, why is he renting it? What did the guy dying have to do with it if he was renting it? Who's he renting it from?
I don't know.
Campus? I don't know.
Lee Stone? I don't know.
Maybe he was renting it from because it was a professor's house. So actually, maybe they could do that to him if they own it.
Yeah, I guess they could just like get the fuck out. Then I think it cuts upstairs and we see Mitch is with one of the girls from the party that we met earlier.
Yeah. He wakes up with Darcy.
Darcy, yeah. And it just like first of all blows the whole thing, just makes it super fucking awkward off the bat.
Yeah.
And then I don't think we learn about her age yet. No. She just kind of like leaves and just like,
now he's awkward about it. And like, I just got out of a marriage. And she's like, "Dude, I'm a college girl. Nobody gives a fuck," basically. And yeah, you get a nice shot of her laying there in her underwear. And she just dips. By the way, she's a fucking asshole. She wrecks his shit a couple times during this movie accidentally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we have that scene with the dean, and he's like a massive dick, and just exuding just smarmy douchebagginess. It's great.
Right. Then we see Frank and his wife at couples therapy, and the guy's like, "You can say anything here. It's a nest of trust." And he's like, "Yesterday at Olive Garden, I was looking at the waitress, and I caught myself wondering about her panties." And I'm like, they're probably basic white cotton, but maybe they're silk. Maybe it's a thong or something I've never thought about. And then he looks and everybody's staring at him. He's like, "What, are we not in the nest? I thought this was the nest."
Yeah. And he's just like, "I'm kind of freaking out about having sex with one person for the rest of my life."
Right. And then you see Mitch is at work arguing with his boss about something, and Darcy walks in, and it's his boss's daughter. And she's like, when she turns around and realizes Mitch works for her dad, she's like turned on about it. She like bites her lip about it. And Then he's like, it's crazy to think in 7 months you'll be graduating from high school. And he goes, what? it's
Yes.
like shocking, isn't it? He's like, oh yeah. So right there, yeah, he's should be in jail for statutory, but you know,
he's a
breeze past that
pedophile.
pretty quick. Realistically, whenever what's her nuts finds out, she should have called the cops. But
Yeah, especially too because it's like she's just wearing like a high school jacket. It's like, oh, I gotta get back to class.
yeah. He gets home
Officer?
and Frank
Batman
is
right
there
there.
to crash for the night because of couples therapy and everything else he did, which, you know, right here, it should have been Divorce City already. Beanie is giving a presentation to college kids when they walk in about starting a frat. I put college kids plus blue. And
yeah, and it's like, he says, this frat will give back nothing academically or socially.
I also love that he has himself on the big screen like he's doing a real seminar, you know, in case he can't see in the back, even though there's like 20 people. He introduces Mitch as the godfather. Mitch takes him into the kitchen and is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you doing all this shit without even asking me? I don't want to do this. And Vince Vaughn's just like, has his kid. He's like, dude, all you got to do is say earmuffs. Earmuffs. And he puts his hands on his ears. He's like, and then you can say shit, fuck. And then Will Ferrell goes, cock, balls, looking him directly in the eye. He's like, okay, you don't have to make an enjoyment out of it, Frank. Basically says quit being a bitch, and so does Frank, and so he does. And then you get
instantly crumbles some peer pressure.
Yep. And I love this fucking scene. Goes master of the puppets. They're in a black van wearing masks, kidnapping all the pledges. The first kid they get, I put, that is a fucking NFL all-star tackle that they land on that kid when Frank chases him down and just go into a fucking fountain.
Wow. Yeah, they pick up like one of the older guys and he's like, get in the van, get in the van. You tell him it'll fucking kill you. He's like, what? It's like, no, it's okay. We'll have back by dinner. It's fine.
And then grab some chips and takes off. Tell me I'll fucking kill you. And then they kidnap Blue, which is just them basically helping an old man into a van.
It's like, okay, go slowly. Just step up.
But yeah, then we get cut to all the pledges standing on a ledge with cinder blocks. They're holding cinder blocks. And they say, I bet you're wondering why you're holding these. And it's basically like a trust fall with a cinder block tied to the end of their dicks. You know, they're like, do you trust us that we've given you enough string to not rip your dick off? He goes up to Blue and he's like, do you trust that I don't want to see you die here today, Blue? He's like, yes, sir. He's like, Blue, you're my boy. And Weensy's, the large black kid, his falls into a manhole and pulls him in. I'm like, nobody rushes to help him fast enough.
No. Also, we don't know how deep that manhole is. It still might be. I mean, he might have gotten a couple extra inches out of it, but I don't know if that's worth it.
And then they're running them through boot camp through the campus on a golf cart, making them run. Dean Pritchard notices, tells them to call security, and they're like, we already did, sir. And he's like, do it again. And then the dude from Big Bang Theory walks in and says they found a loophole, that they got temporary approval from the student board, and they found a loophole. It's like, it's kind of funny, sir. As stupid as they appear, they're actually quite good at paperwork. And he's like, you think that's fucking funny? He's like, get out. And everybody's approaching Mitch at work, saying they want in to the frat.
Becoming this weird, like, suburban fight club thing. It's strange. Like, it's the...
He's like, you don't talk about that shit outside of here. And he's like, every day is the fucking same. I'm sick of this shit. And he's like, plus I heard you hooked up with Goldberg's daughter. And he just slaps him.
I mean, you're fucked, man. If that's in the fucking office, we're full, like, dude. Fucking run. Like, you're already dead. It's just the timer hasn't fucking ticked to 0 yet.
Yeah, quit your nondescript job once the office knows you've committed a crime with the boss's daughter, dude.
Statutory grape.
You know, I could give the benefit of a doubt that she's 18 and about to graduate high school, but still. Like...
Yeah, and she was at a college party. She was drinking. Like, I mean, the thing though is, like, all those things can happen, and you can look at her ID that says fake that's 21 or whatever, and you still go to fucking jail if that shit gets found out. It's like you err hard on the side of caution there. Like, at this point, I'm looking for a gray hair or two before I fucking try anything.
Always a safe move to yell cops and see who runs.
Yeah.
He gets back in beanies, setting the house up with Greek letters and everything. He's like, you think I like avoiding my wife and kids to hang out with 19-year-old girls all day? And he's like, yes. And then that's when Nicole comes to visit. And she, you know, I would feel worse for her for what happens to her if she wasn't right out of the gate all up on Mitch's nuts, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, her boyfriend is a douchebag, but like she just immediately is like, you know, we should go to dinner sometime and all this other stuff while she's
Yeah,
looking for houses.
Yeah, it's like, you ever heard of a monkey bar dating? You ever heard of this?
Mm-mm.
It's women who don't let go of the previous bar until their hand is firmly on the next one.
Oh, I didn't know that was what it's called, but I've certainly experienced that.
Yep.
Yeah, by the time
Kinda
breaking
feels
up
like what
even
this
gets
is.
mentioned, they already have another boyfriend you don't know about. Yeah, I've been there.
Yep.
Frank is leaving voicemails for his wife, and it's really awkward because he's like acting like they don't
not
even know
picking
each
up
other. And then you get an Andy
and
Dick
he's like, I'm going to
cameo
her house.
where
I've seen Andy Dick once in real life, and yeah, it wasn't good.
he was just in the news again, so I can only imagine. Did you see?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I haven't seen that recently, but this is back in like 2013, 14, I want to say, back
I'm
in
willing
West
to bet it
Hollywood.
was a similar story.
Oh yeah, no, he was like basically like sitting in a pool of his own puke outside the fucking Rainbow Room. It was not
that's
great.
like verbatim what happened. It wasn't the Rainbow Room, but yeah, there's a video went around of a guy walking up on Andy Dick, OD'd on a sidewalk outside of a Whole Foods, I think. And when they reached out to Andy Dick for comment, he was just like, you know, sometimes I'd like to smoke a little crack. You know, God bless Andy Dick. He's not pretending to be anything he's not.
If anyone is true to themselves, it is Andy Dick. He shouldn't be, but he is.
But yeah, Andy Dick is teaching a blowjob class, and Hungry Like the Wolf is playing. He's like, mind the stepchildren, mind the stepchildren. But from outside, for Frank, it looks like his wife is blowing Andy Dick, and he's like, what the fuck? Because it's Andy Dick in like a wig, and he tries to sneak up on him. Also, right before that, he's in the kitchen drinking some water. He's like, you know, girls, you could learn something from Marissa, everybody. And I'm like, learn what? It just showed her and she's getting like 2 inches on a carrot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we don't know what Will Ferrell's packaging. It could just be.
And then he sneaks up behind him and tries to choke him out. He's like, when I get back in there, I'm going to teach you something called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Penis. And I'm pretty sure Andy Dick just said that.
Yeah. Can you love the movie? All the flying around.
But Frank gets his
the first movie
ass
I got
beat
to third base at,
by Andy Dick when he tries that, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, just completely like judos him into the ground and kicks his ass. And this is like the second movie where drinking splits up a marriage and the wife does not come back.
This one's a little more amicable though. Like, it made sense to me. It felt like, yeah, you guys should not be married.
Yeah.
When the whole reason they get divorced in Beerfest is because Landfill has to keep it a secret, and she thinks he's doing something because he won't tell her what they're doing. But then we get the birthday party at Beanie's, which his house is fucking ridiculous. Full-blown, like, Southern mansion.
Yeah, he's there as, like, a clown, and, like, all the pledges are working as, like, fucking, like, party animals and stuff like that. And
yeah, he yells at one of them for taking the head off.
Like, you're dramatic, and as your children, put it back on.
Right. And Frank is walking around in a robe, just fully falling apart.
Yeah. I think he's on the robe for the rest of this movie until, like, the fucking very end.
Yeah. Well, then at the very, very end, he's back in the robe. Like, it's his thing now.
Yeah.
Nicole shows up with her boyfriend, and the boyfriend's like, I heard you were in a frat, and is like trying to talk shit to Mitch. And basically, they start getting super flirty in one room, and in the other room, Mark, the boyfriend, is trying to fuck one of the caterers, who's super into it immediately.
Yeah. Like, when do you have time, my man? Like,
right. He wasted no fucking time. Mitch walks in on it, and the worst argument ever for getting walked in on cheating, he's like, well, you know, you can't tell her anyway. It's the guy code. Only chicks do that. So anyway, and then just leaves. And I'm like, that was your whole argument?
I'm going to tell her right now, bro.
That's what I would have done. It worked, but it shouldn't have. And then you get the scene from this movie, in my opinion, the Sean William Scott cameo.
Yes. Where, he just does there's like a petting zoo that Sean William Scott's brought, and Frank is just going up just like, oh, horse. And he's like, oh, what's this? And just picks up a fucking like dart gun fucking just in the truck bed in this children's party, you know. Kids don't like picking up things that look like guns and shooting them at each other, right? That's not a thing kids enjoy doing.
Yeah, he tranks himself, and Stifler's reaction is fucking hilarious. He's just like, oh my God.
Yes. He just took like horse tranquilizer straight to the jugular, man.
He starts talking in slow-mo. I think my favorite part of this is when it shows the POV angle from Frank's point of view, just shoving kids out of the way as he walks towards the table.
Yeah, he just like bludgeoned his way through this party and just like fucks everything up and just like eats shit into the pool.
And then he has a hallucination of him on a beach with his wife, just like having a nice day. which was kind of adorable. And she kisses him in the hallucination, and it's Stifler giving CPR, and he's like giving tongue back, and Stifler kicks him back into the fucking pool. But now we get into the quote unquote meat of the movie, and right around here is where I was like, maybe. Nope, not yet. But soon I was like, maybe we should have put this up against Happy Gilmore. But
Yeah.
Dean is talking to a student at the stadium. It's this chick whose name is Huang, and he calls her Chang, pisses her off, but basically says, I see you want to go to Columbia. You need to, as student body president, find a way to kick these guys out. Nicole is at Mitch's office looking for lease advice. He still hasn't told her about her boyfriend and pussy's out, and then she like sensually kisses him on the cheek and says, call me for dinner. I'm like, this bitch. And then we get the death of Blue, where the pledges show up right after that, complaining about how they don't have enough lube. And I gotta say, seeing KY wrestling in this movie looks super gross.
Oh, dude, there's like blood in that. Like someone bleeds, like initially, like someone gets punched in the face, and it's like there's blood in that lube now, man, and that's not coming out. Like it's just,
the chick punches Mitch in the face like 3 times. I'm like, well, that's not cool at all. You said wrestling, bitch.
Yeah, I don't care how many hot chicks are in that lube, man. I don't want to get staph.
It's fucking gross. I don't like the idea. I guess, I would not have survived Diddy. Being covered in lube is just not my jam. But Blue gets in. It's for Blue's birthday.
Yeah, the 2 girls just like whip their tops off after just like looking at each other and just nodding. And Blue's just standing there. It's like, okay, go. And he just like falls. It's dead.
I like his introduction to him getting it. He was like, pushing 89, weighing in at 110, recent recipient of a brand new plastic hip. Joseph Blue Pulaski. And yeah, Blue dies, and seeing old man feet covered in lube sticking up in the air was like one of the nastiest things I could have ever imagined. And they do a funeral for Blue where Will Ferrell sings Dust in the Wind and says, you're my boy, Blue. And then he gets divorced.
Also, Bernard is upstairs doing whippets and almost cheating on his wife. That's something that happens here.
Who is? Oh!
Remember? Yeah. It's just, like, honestly, to the point I would just consider that cheating. Like, you are in a bed doing drugs with another woman. You're done.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of even setting all that up, because as soon as it gets anywhere, he's like, I have a wife. But he's like, give me your number and we'll keep in touch. And if it doesn't work out, she's like, no. And leaves. I'm like, thank God somebody had some self-respect in this movie. But yeah, Frank talks to his wife in the parking lot of the funeral. It's like, maybe I could come over, put on a Cisco CD. She's just like, we should get a divorce. I think we rushed into this, blah, blah, blah. They both seem cool with it. Frank is like, if I don't see you, keep on trucking. Most amicable divorce.
We cut to, it's just like, it didn't work out. See ya.
Right.
Instead of fucking like eye gouging and throat cutting.
Granted, they've only been married for what looks like a month, but still.
Yeah. I don't even know if you can get an annulment that fast. You can like wait 6 months or some shit. Like, yeah, then we cut to Nicole and her boyfriend, and just out of fucking nowhere, like Nicole's boyfriend's like, so Mitch just fucked a random chick at the party, right?
Yeah, which is like the worst thing you want to do if you're hiding that you're cheating, is make up a story of what you did verbatim, but for someone else to your wife. Yep. Like, what? She's going to ask him about it. How would that ever work out? But she's like, he says it in a way that makes him sound like a creep. And then Mitch calls. It's like, let's go get lunch. And she's like, no. But then she goes for some reason. And then we get another Brian Callen cameo. I don't know why Todd Phillips likes Brian Callen so much, but he was in The Hangover with the exact same accent he has in this movie. Where he calls him the Godfather at the diner. And then this is where she calls him out for harassing a waitress, and he's like, no, that was Mark, and she doesn't believe him. And then Darcy walks up with her high school friends and just says like, hey, remember when we fucked it? Like, basically just outs him in front of her. It was like, shit, I didn't notice this lady here. Like, dude, read a fucking room, Darcy. And then Nicole storms out.
Leaves, understandably. Yeah. To go, your PDF file. Cool. I'm gone.
Right. And then he comes home to a letter on the house from Will Ferrell that says, Dear Mitch, if you're holding this, then you know the house has been boarded up. Or the Comfort Inn in room 12. I love you. And then basically Happy Gilmore happens.
The movie just sprints through the Happy Gilmore here, and then that lasts 15 minutes of the movie.
Exactly. They say that they have a video from the dean that says you're getting kicked out. Go fuck yourself. This is where I noticed Rob Corddry's in the movie because he's sitting on the bed with everybody, by the way. I was like, this is the most lines these students have had in a single scene so far. And Weensy has his big moment, and it was not that funny at all, where he tells a story about his mom was going to kill him. It's like lame.
He's like, I've seen the knife. It's like, that's just actually concerning.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, but basically all the adults are gonna get kicked out of the campus, but like all the kids that involved are getting expelled. So it's like, okay, actually, we
Right.
have to care.
Right. And then they find out I'm going to skip through a little bit here, but they basically find out there's some kind of bylaws that they can get their frat evaluated on 5 categories: academics, athletics, community service, debate, and school spirit. And every member of the frat has to do it. Even the one that aren't in school has to do academics.
Yeah.
Beanie tries to bail.
Revenge of the Nerds. That's what this feels like. It's the end of
Yes.
Revenge of the Nerds. It's kind of
Yes, the way they do it, yes. But also similar to Happy Gilmore. Mitch guilt trips him back as soon as he bails. Completely unnecessary scene. And then you see Pritchard saying, I've got a bunch of curveballs for these guys. And the first one is debate. And they're like, for today's events, the opponent has changed James Carville from CNN Crossfire. And they ask some super complicated biotech question, and they never explain
Will
this.
Ferrell, no, Will Ferrell just blacks out and pops out the fucking perfect. He's like, what did I say? I don't know what happened. And they're like, yeah, team rebuttal. Like, that was perfect. We can't rebuttal. It's just like, what did I say?
I thought they were going to show, which they do later, that he had an earpiece in or something, but no, he just, for some reason, had limitless level knowledge of biotech.
Yeah. I don't know what he does for a living, so I mean, it could just be what he does.
Right. Then they show the
But yeah, they never
academics
explain it.
part where they're all just taking tests, and they have
Yeah,
the
just
guys
cheating
from
with the
Mitch's
radio.
work in a van feeding them all the answers. And the school spirit one, they do a cheer routine where Frank tries to jump through a ring of fire in a mascot suit and eats shit and catches on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, then gymnastics is weird. For, I think, athletics, Will Ferrell does a beautiful ribbon dance.
Yeah. I love his little crash out, though, after they lose the school spirit one, where he's like, we got to keep our composure. We can't have anyone freaking out there.
So he's a man who had to do a ribbon dance on stage at one point in middle school. I felt for him.
Why did you have to do a ribbon dance on stage?
Well, okay, it was a Chinese ribbon dance, so it's a little different, a little more, sad bit more masculine, but not by much. It's a giant ribbon. But basically, I took folk dance to not have to run the mile, and that had consequences.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah. I was like, they have air conditioning. Why isn't everyone doing this? And the tights came out. I'm like, oh, okay, I understand.
We're going to show the whole school your wiener.
Doing...
That's why. I like when he's doing the ribbons, though. Jeremy Piven tries to slap it out of his hand, and you can see him hide a laugh. I don't think that was part of it. And then Beanie's doing the rings and has a cigarette in his mouth the whole time and starts coughing. He's like, I'm still holding it. I'm still holding it. Wincy does a floor routine. They're like, don't worry, Abdul is there to spot you, who is 4 feet tall and skinny Indian kid.
And Wincy just does a perfect fucking quadruple flip and sticks the landing.
They're all cheering that they did everything, and Dean walks in and says they didn't pass a review because one pledge scored a 0 in every category, and it was blue. He's like, he's listed on your roster, and you dropped your average to 58%, which, you should have caught that, guys. You're supposed to be good at paperwork. That's shitty, but you should have caught that knowing
it's a big
this guy hates you.
Yeah, that's kind of on you.
Yeah. He catches them outside to talk more shit for some reason. Once you start showboating in a situation like this, you're gonna get fucked. Because Megan walks up.
And then and she's like, so all those things you told me were lies.
Yeah, she's like, they said they don't even fucking know you at Columbia.
Yeah, and then basically he's like, well, you can't prove anything, and then pulls out a recording from earlier when she basically got him to admit to everything, where it's like I thought isn't this a bribe? It's like, no, it's not a bribe. It's like I am bribing you for this exact reason. And it's like, oh well, you see that the whole reason because that is, and he's grabs the fucking phone and starts sprinting off through the campus.
And then Frank catches him, and the dean slaps him and pushes him into a trophy case. It's a really funny fight. And then they roll into the classroom together, and Jeremy Piven must have been an athlete or something, because it's Jeremy Piven doing this, but he crane kicks Will Ferrell in the face. His head goes up, his foot goes above his head. And I'm like, holy shit, Jeremy Piven.
Yeah, it's he's like, everyone saw he was assaulting me, right? And he just fucking takes the tape recorder and runs. Frank's just like, I did good, right, guys? And just fucked up on the floor and pulls up a tape.
It's like, I see Blue. He looks glorious.
Hey, we see Blue Lantern. He's pretty glorious.
Oh, yeah. Paper shows Dean got fired and arrested for bribery and assault. Cole shows up while Mitch is loading moving trucks to tell him he was right. Says the frat's moving in a new facility and they have no use for the Godfather anymore, and now they have Frank. And she's like, I've always been curious about what goes on in this place. And then they go inside to fuck. Like, they just move on that
Yeah.
quickly. So you're right about the
Like I
monkey
said,
bar
she was
thing.
ready. She had him in her sights, and she's willing to overlook the statutory,
Right.
which just really shows how strong her character is.
I'd like to see like 6 months later in their relationship where the pettiness starts to come in. She's like, remember when you fucked that high school? He's like, oh, fuck you. Then you see Frank has a new radio station called the Cougar Radio. Says he got a brand new
Yep.
house. Dean Pritchard's old resident. Join us this Saturday for chips, soda, and a little late night streaking. And you see them hanging a painting of Mitch in the new house. It's Mitch's co-workers doing it. He's like, all right, now when you guys go get me a fresh beer? And they're like, are you serious? He's like, no! I fucking love Will Ferrell.
Don't scatter.
And then, yeah, you get an after credit, the best after credit scenes in these movies.
Oh, yeah.
You see-
Well, yeah, the first one is wonderful because it shows Dean Pritchard fishing in a river, and then it shows like the asshole boyfriend driving in the road in his car, and he just like fucks up and flips the car off the bridge that the Dean is under onto the Dean upside down, and then the whole car just explodes.
And then the rest of the after credits is Blue in heaven in all white with angel wings at a piano singing Dust in the Wind. And then Beanie's coaching kids soccer, which honestly was pretty unnecessary. And then super shitty, Frank runs into Mitch's ex-wife.
Yeah.
She's like, I got into body painting. And he's like, oh, yeah?
Yeah, just basically just like, yeah, he's going to go fuck Mitch's ex now, which I'm sure won't have repercussions.
She's like, come hang out with my internet friends. And he's like, I am back. And he kicks a lady's cart. And then that's the end.
Yeah, like punches some cereal boxes. And yeah, I think out of all of them, like, they're all terrible people who did bad things, and none of them got punished in the end.
Yep. All right.
At least, like, Frank was like, okay, he fucked up so much, like his wife left him, but no, he just gets fucking horny friend's wife now.
And he gets to be the dude at college now. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now having done both plots, we're going to take these movies through 10 rounds, score each movie on a scale of 1 to 10, and then tell you a winner at the end. Some of them are recurring rounds. Some of them are more specific to the movies. But without any further ado, until I get my soundboard up. There we go. Round 1 is Opening Chaos. Which movie launches its tone harder? We got the opening to Beerfest, which is directly into the Oktoberfest humiliation and their grandpa dying, and Old School is Mitch walking in on his wife about to get double teamed.
I mean, for which one sets the tone first, I feel like Beerfest has his hands down. Like, you see everything you're going to see in the movie in the first 4 minutes of the movie.
Right. Yeah, I like how quickly they get through everything, which how much they could have drug out, like Grandpa's death, all that stuff, a whole bunch of backstory before they go to Germany, but they're like, bing, bang, boom, this is Beerfest and you're back.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas, like, the first part of Old School feels like kind of a different movie. Like, I don't know, have you ever seen the opening of, like, Lucky Number 11?
It's been a long time, but yes.
Yeah, but it's like that. It kind of like opens like a noir or like one of those like Hallmark films where it's like, oh, I found my wife banging some other dude, and that will start me on my journey into a new era.
Right.
So it's like I've seen that so many times. I've not seen a priest playing quarters and threatening to kill someone with his 4 very muscular altar boys.
Yeah, for the first 40 minutes of Old School, I'd venture the first 40 minutes, you have no idea this is going to turn into them making a frat that has to do Happy Gilmore competitions, you know?
Yeah.
Even watching it, I was like, I totally forgot this is what happens.
Yeah, no, like, dude, honestly, like, I remembered, like, the lube fighting, the hazing, and then, like, I didn't even remember the fucking competition at the end. Like, I just remembered, like, boobs and, like, parties. Like,
yeah, just sad 40-year-old men. I vaguely remembered the frat. I didn't remember the Godfather. I didn't remember any of that shit. But like you said, Beerfest is like, get ready for some CGI quarters and a lot of beer.
Yep. So if you're not here for that, there's the door.
Right.
This is what we're doing for the next 2 hours.
So yeah, I'm thinking 10-6 here going to Beerfest.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you know, for a thesis statement, like, that's almost perfect for Beerfest.
Right.
Just gets you in, tells you the conflict, lets you know the players, and we're fucking off to the races in Germany.
Even their team assembling happens like 15 minutes into the movie, whereas Old School is a while. And then those people don't even matter.
Yeah. No, and it's like, and the team assembly takes like 10 minutes, and we get like a fucking really good like understanding of each individual character and their backstory and what their goals are and what their flaws are. It's well made. Like it's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's like a really well made sturdy chair.
Right.
It's not fancy, but goddamn, that thing's gonna hold up for a while.
Well, and this wasn't their first movie, so this is definitely when they started hitting their stride as like learning how to make a movie together. But yeah, round 1 going to Beerfest, taking us into round 2. Core premise: which concept is stronger, drinking Olympics versus adults rebuilding a frat? I think that's a little
I
bit of a
mean,
personal preference question, but for me,
yeah,
I like Beerfest's premise a lot better.
yeah. It's I don't know. Like I remember again. I might have been a stupid kid. It was like I was still a teenager when this came out, but it's just like I remember the old school felt like it had some substance and it was like kind of trying to say something about life when I was younger.
Right.
And now like I look at it from like like from the age of
Exactly.
like I'm the same age as the characters now. I'm like, this is sad. Like this isn't like, oh, we're recapturing our glory days. It's like, oh man, this is like some old men trying to fucking like relive their youth and it's just not working.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
whereas I
can't
mean,
add any
like
more to that. I mean, like I said, I don't know. It's just it's a more graspable concept in Beerfest. I feel like old school's kind of all
yeah,
over the place.
yeah, because like you said, like old school doesn't really get to its plot until the last 30 minutes of the film. It's just
Right.
like there's a conflict and like I guess these guys are having some interpersonal issues with like the women in their life, but like it's not like the actual like antagonists going at the protagonists like that doesn't become an issue until like the dean has like one scene at the beginning with them, then it's just him plotting in the background, then
Right.
one scene at the end. Like the villain barely interacts with them. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
if they
just
had to establish the contest or like evaluation earlier in the movie, and then like the whole movie's them prepping for getting evaluated, that would have
yeah,
made a lot more sense. Like first we got to
yeah, they could
find
have
a
cut out
frat to
like
get the evaluation, rather than throwing it in way late in the movie. Like, oh, there's an evaluation, and we're doing it right now. Like it was really
yeah.
weird. Very strange
Yeah,
structure.
it's an oddly balanced movie. It feel if you, I feel like there's an edit where you could like shuffle some things around without having to film anything more that would make it make more sense. But it feels like there's like a hard delineation in the middle of the movie between like frat party movie and now we're doing Happy Gilmore. And
Exactly.
like it doesn't really like mesh.
Yeah, it would, like I said, would have made way more sense if right before they start putting the frat together, if they found out that that was their way of keeping the
It's like,
house.
oh shit, well we got to do all this. Oh shit, well we're not good at this. We have to, and yeah, fucking, show them fucking like learning the ribbon dance and like doing gymnastics badly drunk in the backyard. That would have been fucking
Exactly.
hilarious.
Exactly.
Instead of just like, oh, the really like the 400-pound fat guy, black guy who's ever done this before can do like a freaking quadruple lutz and fucking land it perfectly without shattering
Yeah.
his ankles. It's just like this is like you didn't earn this.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking 9-4 here for Beerfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Beer, like you said, it's just a very strong, sturdy movie. It's not insane, but they have their strengths. So
Hmm.
round 2 also going to Beerfest, taking us into round 3. Lead performances. Who carries it better? We have the Broken Lizard crew versus Luke Wilson, Will Ferrell, and Vince Vaughn. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, we've done some Vince Vaughn research and we are realizing that
I gotta say,
it's a very
I just want to get out
shallow
ahead of
well.
this. I still stand by what I said. This might be the only exception to how I feel about Vince Vaughn. Not that he was super funny by any means, but this is the only
No,
movie I've
the
seen as
character
of
fit
late
in
where
this
he
movie.
did make me laugh.
Yeah. Well, I guess because everyone's an asshole in this, so he doesn't stand out, and he like
Exactly.
kind of like meshes
Everyone's a
with the vibe a
sarcastic
little bit.
asshole. And honestly, like I said before, usually Vince Vaughn's the only normal person in a sea of stupid people, and he's kind of one of the
I know he's
stupid
right in
people
that
in
scene with
this
them.
movie, and Luke Wilson's like,
Oh, he's not this. I mean, yeah, he's arguably like the stupidest one. Like he has nothing to gain from any of this besides like infidelity with his wife.
and he
Basically, is
pushes
like what
out
it's
on
building
that.
towards. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just. Meh. Whereas I don't know, man. It's like say what you will about Broken Lizard stuff, but like those motherfuckers have chemistry. Like they
Oh
know
yeah,
how to play off each other.
yeah. No universe am I giving this to Luke Wilson and Will Ferrell over
No.
Broken Lizard, but yeah, they in the way that they like, it's the same 4 or 5 guys every fucking movie, but they sometimes are completely unrecognizable from their other movies.
Oh yeah.
Like Farva is
Yeah, I'll say
nothing
like
like Farva in this movie. None of
no.
them are like any of their other parts. I mean, especially Lemmy is like the biggest one, who's just a chameleon in these movies. But
Yeah.
didn't remind me of Super Troopers. Didn't remind me at all of Club Dread. And every
Yeah,
time
like
they
very
work well together.
yeah. Oh yeah, they're an ensemble troupe like fucking Monty Python or something like that. It's just like the whole point is they can improv well off each other.
Right. And I feel like they tried to do that a little bit in Old School, but I don't know, it just didn't really
It
hit
just
as well.
it's like just the Luke Wilson, the Will Ferrell, and the Vince Vaughn. It's just like it's like they're three good flavors, but they don't mix like at any point. Like Will Ferrell's doing his thing, Vince Vaughn's doing his thing, Luke Wilson's doing his thing, and like they're just doing it parallel to each other. It doesn't really feel like they ping pong off of each other very much.
Yeah, Will Ferrell makes me laugh on his own. A couple parts of Vince Vaughn makes me laugh on his own. I don't think Luke Wilson ever makes me laugh, really. He's another one of those guys that is the same guy in every fucking movie where something horrible is happening to him.
Yeah, the only Luke Wilson movie I can think of that he made me laugh in was like Idiocracy, and that's like.
But even that, most of what makes me laugh in Idiocracy is everything around him.
Yeah, he's the straight man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same gripe I have with Vince Vaughn usually.
He is definitely the lesser of the Wilsons.
That is for sure. Less mental health issues as well, but that's probably why.
Yeah.
Mental health usually makes for good funnies.
Yeah.
It's
like, wow, that guy was hysterical until he did that thing with the shotgun to his face. Happens a lot.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 10-6 here for Beerfest. Because if they nail one thing, it's being a lead cast together. On the flip side of it, for round 4, supporting cast and depth with bench is deeper. I was trying to think about this going into this.
I don't know if they use it well, but their bench is deep.
We got the German team in Beerfest, which is great.
Yeah, which has Will Forte in it, which is great.
Got Gam Gam. You got
who's also very famous. What's her name? Cloris Leachman, who is also like the grandma in Malcolm in the Middle.
And Donald Sutherland's cameo. You got
all
the rando people that I've never heard of at Beerfest. They're on like the British team and everything.
Yeah, even like Jürgen Porchow is like a famous actor from like back in the day. All the German bad guys and shit.
Old School, I think, suffers from not using any of those people. Like I said, Robert fucking Cordry is in this movie, who is an all-star.
And they don't use him.
And they don't use him. They don't use Artie Lang, who is a comedy all-star. But yeah, you got all these people in the background. I mean, you got Snoop Dogg, you got Andy Dick was great.
Yep, he was Andy Dicking all over the place.
But again, I feel like I just saw a lot of people that I was like, holy shit, they're in this, and then they don't do anything funny.
Even like what's the black guy's name again? In this, like he's in fucking Holes. He's great in that. Yeah, Weensy, yeah.
Yeah, it's same thing. Like I said, I notated the part where they're finally getting lines. I'm like, this is the most they've talked the entire fucking movie, and they're not doing anything funny.
Yeah, if anything, Weetsy's got the fucking like most like emotional scene in the entire movie, and it's just like still falls fucking flat.
Right. Yeah, I think there's no way I can't give this to Beerfest. Just German team alone, their supporting cast, and they're great. All the way from the dude from Das Boot to Jack Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. We even get fucking Willie Nelson right in the end there.
Right. So that one also going to Beerfest, taking us into round 5. Iconic scenes. This one's a decent matchup in my opinion. You got
for Old School's flaws, like You're My Boy Blue is one of those things that's fucking just in my vernacular.
And we're going streaking.
Yep.
Trying to think
like
of
that's
any
like
other
all
ones,
I remembered from this movie was quotes. Like
right. Yeah, Beerfest, I remember Das Boot, but I remember the ZJ quotes.
Yeah. I remember drinking.
Yeah. But it was again a niche enough movie to where, you know, I feel like if anything Old School has as a strength, it's this one for sure. Because I definitely pretty much the only ones I can think of from Beerfest are the ZJ.
Yeah. Like funnier movie, but I would say it's kind of so rapid fire. There's not as much like quotes. Like Gam Gam's a horror. Like but it's nothing that like I have said "You're My Boy Blue" 100+ times in my life.
Yeah, I think based on that one alone, or we're going streaking. I heard a shitload. Yeah, don't have to dive super far into it. I think Old School takes that one pretty easily. I'm going 10-7. Old School taking its first round thus far. Taking us into round 6, comedy style. Which style lands harder? Beerfest has absurdist escalation. Old School has character comedy plus punchlines.
I laughed at both, and I didn't expect to laugh at Old School as much as I did because there's funny bits in it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, when I went into Beerfest, I expected it to be the same experience as watching Club Dread or Super Troopers, just being that type of comedy ends up a little played out for me personally.
Yeah,
But
but that
this
was
one might be
pretty
the
tight though.
exception to that because I laughed a lot.
Yeah, no, just like the eulogy made me crack the fuck up. The frog jerking off scene is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I like, yeah, the
Just
German. Every
landfill
time the
Swin,
Germans
like
were on screen, pretty much they made me laugh.
yep. So yeah, and like Gil coming in and just replacing like
Yes.
fucking a dead character is
Yes.
just such a great joke. Like
Yeah, that
it's so meta.
like I said, that comedy style got a little bit played out for me, but this is like the one movie where they nailed it every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like they really
It's a
hit their
chicken
stride.
nugget. It's like it's you can only make so good of a chicken nugget. McDonald's makes the best chicken nugget there is. So it's just
Right.
like that's kind of what this is. This is like the best chicken nuggets.
I like that analogy.
Not the best thing ever, but goddamn, for what this is as good as it's gonna fucking get.
And yeah, old school definitely had definitely nails. Well, I don't even know if I'd say they nail it. They definitely have that style of we're gonna let our stars play, and that's what's gonna be our funny.
Yeah,
but it didn't work as
really.
great.
Yeah, well, I think it's you got three guys that both all wanted to be the lead, and like no one was willing to be like the support of another funny guy.
Right.
So just like it's three funny dudes monologuing instead of three guys doing a comedy routine together.
Right. Will Ferrell makes me laugh a lot. Honestly, having Jeremy Piven in this and just being the asshole and never being funny sucks balls because he's hilarious. Like,
yeah, he's not even a funny villain. He's just a dick. Like you're
right.
just built meant to hate him.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking 9-7 here. Go to Beerfest.
Yeah.
So it's definitely leaning one way here, but going into round 7, villains and antagonistic forces. This is going to be another. We basically have the Germans versus Jeremy Piven here.
Yeah, and like we just said, Jeremy Piven was not the best villain. Like I mean, he's like I guess real relatable evil asshole, kind of like that, like Dolores Umbridge, kind of like it's like, oh, this person actually exists, and I hate that.
Right, which sucks because if they played to his strengths, he might have been funnier than the Germans. Because he's truly hilarious every time I've seen him in.
But
something.
yeah, being like led by Will Forte, it's like now we only have the fourth best beer under Rubenstein, Schickelbacon, and Bex.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Schlat for money. Yeah. No. Yeah. There's zero question here from me. It's like a 9.
They're delightful villains. It's great. Yeah.
So yeah.
Like Jeremy Piven feels like, oh fuck, we forgot to put a villain in this. Put great villain.
Or we forgot Jeremy Piven is funny and we focused way too much on everything else and left out all these people that could have made this movie a lot better. But yeah, taking us into round 8. Who would you rather party with? One night only, pure vibes, Beerfest crew, or old school trio?
I think I'm going Beerfest crew. I feel like old school trio, like we're gonna be like depressed by the end of the night. Like they're gonna start like talking about their problems.
It depends on what night it is. If it's Vince Vaughn got Snoop Dogg to come, I'm there.
Yeah.
And if it's Beerfest is gonna end up at a high school party, I'm out.
Okay, I would say any random night, Beerfest. Planned like kick-ass night, old school.
Yeah.
Like you could show up any day with the Beerfest guys and probably have a good time. You'll show up once in a while and have a great time with the old school guys, but like sometimes it's gonna fucking suck, and there might be statutory. Like you don't know.
There might be statutory. Yeah, yeah. No, I think there's a couple nights a year though where you might end up at a high school party and running from the cops on a tandem bike, or end up in Germany where they murder you.
Yeah, but you have a bar called Schnitz and Giggles.
But really, only one night looked fun, other than KY night. If you're not part of the wrestling, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I want to be within like the splash zone of KY night, man. Like fucking, that shit doesn't come off, man. Like that shirt is done forever.
Realistically, I don't really want to party with any of these guys, so I'm going like a 7-5 here to Beerfest.
Yeah, just because I mean. You might have a paddle shoved up your ass.
Yeah,
paddle side. But
well, and like if I was, even if I was still drinking, if either one of these guys, like I'm gonna go hang out with the Beerfest guys. Oh, you mean the ones that went to Germany, almost got murdered, and just got arrested at a high school party? I'm going to drink with Frank and the guys. Like, isn't he getting a divorce?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that takes us in a round.
So looking for Mitch.
Yeah.
I have some questions.
Takes us into round 9, legacy and cultural impact. Which matter more to comedy culture? You got the Broken Lizard Beerfest, old school. Honestly, I think
I
from a
mean,
studio standpoint, old school was definitely
oh
more
yeah,
impactful.
Beerfest brought Das Boot to America, and that was like fucking everywhere.
Yes, yes, it did. But like even just from box office numbers, I know that old school shit on Beerfest. As much as I
Yeah,
love Beerfest, it's like the definition of a cult classic. And I definitely knew a lot more people that had seen old school growing
old
up
school.
than
Yeah,
Beerfest. By the time I got to like college age, everyone had seen Beerfest because we were all hammered all the time. But
yes, we appreciated it later in life.
yeah, no, I definitely feel like I've caught a lot more old school references amongst regular people, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It
I'll say
definitely
if we're talking about
affected college
comedy,
drinking culture a lot more, Beerfest did.
yeah. I'll say yeah, comedy. It all depends. Like I said, the question is comedy. It's got to go to old school, just because like a lot of shit just like this came out right after it. If you're going for like real world impact, then that's Beerfest.
Right.
But I guess the question is comedy specifically for this. So
Okay, yeah. You're my boy blue might be the most re-said quote I've ever heard in my entire life, especially at those
yep,
college parties. I don't know, that's a tough one.
you throwing up a tie here. Like one affected life more, the other affected comedy more.
I think I'm gonna go Beerfest here. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on Beerfest side personally. Like if you're wavering, that'd be a tie. But I'm on Beerfest side here. I think.
This is turning into a goddamn landslide because final round,
Yeah,
round 10, is final verdict gut check completely subjective. Gun to your head, one survives, no hedging. Pick your winner.
it's been Beerfest for me. I had way more fun through the entire thing. Like old school. A few points made me sad. It's like, oh, this is kind of pathetic, and like I could like if I was in this situation, I would feel bad about myself for being there.
Right. Yeah. No, it's still now, every time I'm thinking about, maybe it's because I'm older now, but yeah, it makes me sad to think about old school.
Yeah. It's like,
um,
well, everyone's life kind of got destroyed, and they didn't really pick up the pieces completely by the end. So
yeah, I mean,
shit.
the only ones, Vince Vaughn's fine because his wife doesn't know what he did.
Yeah, he gets off scot free
I
completely.
don't even know
Like
if Mitch is
Mitch
fine
loses.
because for all I know, he's just hooking up with her one time and then going off somewhere to
Yeah,
commit more felonies.
yeah, and then I guess Will Ferrell or like Frank is now in charge of a bunch of young impressionable people, and we've seen that's probably not for
Yeah.
the best. I mean, we've had like one serious injury and one death under his fucking tutelage already, and it's been like a couple of months.
Yeah, serial contest here for me. I'm thinking like a 10-5 here. I don't
Yeah,
see myself rewatching old school anytime soon.
yeah, this might have been it. Like I definitely had fonder memories of it than the reality. It was just
Yeah.
didn't age well in
Yeah,
a lot of
the
ways.
hockey scene for me, the hockey stick scene for me sticks out as super funny from that movie, which is kind of a red flag in itself because it's not that crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just Will Ferrell fucking around in the background. It's
So,
he got bored.
I could definitely see some people disagreeing with us this week, but like it or not, your winner this week is Beerfest in a 9-1 landslide. This is probably our
Still
second
don't think we've
ever landslide by this much of a margin.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a clean sweep yet, but
No,
we'll get there
we
one
sure
day.
haven't. But, we're definitely experiencing what it's like to have rose-colored glasses for a lot of these fucking movies, especially in the comedy genre of all of them. But like I said, dude,
Oh,
going
I
into
know.
this, I thought old school was going to eke it out because Broken Lizard movies get dry to me over time. Like,
Yeah.
get kind of boring, and I know I
Man,
watched Beerfest
this was
100 times.
oh yeah. That's the thing though. I don't think I saw this version of Beerfest that I saw, so that definitely also helped. Like there
I
were some
definitely
jokes that I did
did.
not recognize.
Because it was back in the days of a random guy at our party left a hard drive for us that had every movie ever on it. So we would just watch Beerfest and get wasted and watch these Power Rangers at 2 a.m.
Nice.
The best. But we like to leave you with some fun trivia and Easter eggs for every episode. I'll be starting with Beerfest from the blue corner. This one shouldn't surprise anybody, but non-alcoholic O'Doul's was reportedly used for most filming. Real beer, sometimes near the end of the day, they used O'Doul in...
Yeah, but they would have died, dude. Oh my god.
Right. Hammacher and Schlemmer, the Jack Tucker Carlson and Arnold Schwarzenegger reference, Hammacher Schlemmer catalog, which is its actual name in real life. Six Schnitches is a callback to Six Schlitches in Super Troopers, which is what Farva orders at the bar.
Yep.
The Potfest stinger was meant as an open-ended joke. They never intended to make that movie until Sequel talks started floating as an animated film once the fans started clamoring for it.
And we didn't clamor hard
To
enough
date,
because here we are.
2025, 20-some years later, I don't think that's happening, but...
No. Well, also, too, at this point, like, one of those things, like, they walk through the door and age fucking 20 years. You can't really do that shit.
That would be funny. If anybody can pull that off, though, it's them. Like, make a joke out of it.
Yeah, and then it's like, just like, wow, you look like shit, man. It's like a fucking long night. We drink a lot of beer. It's super dehydrated. All right, anyways. All right, yeah. Easter eggs for in a Trivia Old School. The wedding speech scene was added during filming. The idea came from Vince Vaughn. White Snake's "Here I Go Again" is used and referenced repeatedly, including a credit shirt gag.
Yeah, that was 5 times.
Scene?
I missed that. I don't know why it got missed, but it was 5 times in the movie, which is weird. I don't know why they did that.
That's insane. I guess they bought the rights and it's like, this is expensive. We're fucking using it. Streaking scene. Ferrel said onlookers watched the first take and windows closed and cleared fast for the second take. Blue's funeral is said to be a Patrick Crensaw's real Navy photo. Sequel idea existed, Spring Break, but Ferrel said it felt repetitive. And
Thank God, dude.
That was probably a good call there. And the gymnastics routine was written for Luke Wilson, but Ferrel did it when Wilson refused, which was also probably a good call.
Yeah, they said he was too exhausted from shooting the day before, and I guess during that scene you can see him in the back just like half asleep. Just get him off the fucking camera, Todd Phillips.
It doesn't have to be there.
Also, when they said the script felt
pledges.
repetitive, they said it was almost word for word the same as the original, just at Spring Break. I'm like, yeah, see, Todd Phillips fucking sucks. Why was he ever picked for Joker, dude? With that, usually this is where we'd spin a wheel, but like I said earlier in the show, we are going straight into our Christmas episode. So we're going to be doing Elf with Will Ferrell, some more Will Ferrell versus the Santa Claus. Sorry, I almost said the Christmas Claus, but first Tim Allen movie on the show for sure. Probably the last two.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think there's maybe we could put like Jungle to Jungle on the shit tier list, but beyond that, I can't think of much else I would tolerate.
Maybe that you ever see that piece of shit superhero movie he did where he played Zoom?
I did. My ex was like, "This looks good. We should watch it." And I'm just like, "Please no."
That was a fucking train wreck, especially when you know Zoom is an actual speedster superhero in the Flash universe.
No, and apparently he's a massive piece of shit in real life too, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
He's like terrible to work with. And did you hear about like what happened to him on the Santa Claus TV series set? Apparently he was like just swearing the entire time in front of kids and said like kids shouldn't fucking believe in Santa Claus and shit like that. And basically like anytime the second they stopped cutting, he would just like throw his costume on the ground and fucking like storm off set 'cause he hated it.
Who
and
fucking put children on the set
apparently.
with Tim Allen though? His notorious moment of fame is a mugshot of him fucked up on cocaine. Like they should have known better than that. There was T-shirts of Tim Allen on cocaine.
There's like a Good Morning America thing where he's just like, "I hate children," just flat out. It's great.
Yeah,
and that was like while fucking like Tool Time was going on.
Right.
Like,
it's really weird that he got cast in so many family comedies. You know, Tool Time, Santa Claus, that stupid superhero movie, Jungle to Jungle. When everything I know about the man is he should have been in raunchy comedies. Fucking ridiculous. But we have our episode picked. I'm not going to tell you yet for what we're doing after that for the last Christmas episode. However, if I get enough suggestions in the comments for something you guys want to see, we may switch it to what you want to see, because what we're doing after this is definitely what we want to see.
Yes, a little more contemporary.
Right.
A little more our genres.
So if you watch the episode and see this part, comment what you want to see, whatever Christmas matchup you think we should do. I'll also clip this and put it up so that people can comment what they want to see. If you guys can't agree on anything, we're doing what we want to do.
Yep.
But your winner this week is Beerfest. Next week is our Christmas episode, and please share the episode, comment, follow us. If you're on Spotify, download the episode and rate the show.
We were on the 87th percentile. What'd you do to us?
Yeah, what the fuck? How did that happen?
I don't know. But you're saying a lot of shit out there.
Yeah, I think a lot, like you said, a lot of people are having AI make shows just to fill it up, but
yep.
But yeah, with that, I'm Devin Vestal. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I'm Nick Nye, and we'll see you next time.